7 o'clock on the East Coast. It is 4 o'clock on the West Coast. It is the 27th of April in the year of our Lord 2024. Season 14, episode 27. 661 times you have been welcome to the Clubhouse Podcast. Live right now on YouTube Live, on Facebook Live, and on Twitch. But you could also be listening on the audio feed as well, because we are now on Apple Music. We are also on Spotify. We are also on Amazon Music. Welcome. The camera's over there. My name is Rob. We welcome you to the Clubhouse Podcast, your one-stop shop for all things sports, entertainment, pop culture, and sometimes pro wrestling, but not tonight. For the second week in a row, we are out on the road. We are live in Uptown, the Uptown area of Dallas. We are at the Dallas International Film Festival. Got an interesting stat coming up for you in just a minute. My name is Rob. I am the executive producer of the Clubhouse Podcast, and I need to get show shirts done. Alex is out on assignment this week, but to my right, it only took us 15 years, but we finally got him to sit down on the show. The man who runs BigFanboy.com, the longest-running movie news and reviews site in Dallas. He is Mark Walters. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you very much. Where's my check?
It's in the mail.
Oh, okay. I'm just making sure.
At the other end, you see him kind of sort of. Don, move towards me a little bit. There we go. He is the official fact checker of Sooner or Gator Productions, and a man who knows this is the busiest show he'll do all year. You may know him as Ig Bunu, but his mama named him Don Ford. I'm going to call him Don Ford. Hey, man.
We're back.
We are back. And you know what, Don?
Every year.
It has now been 10 years since the first time we did the show for the Dallas International.
We've been around that long?
People listen. Can you believe that?
Okay. Well, you guys know me. I got to go later.
Go do your thing. All right, Mark, you can scoot over now to the co-host chair. While Don is getting ready for the red carpet, we hope we're going to have some great guests to talk to tonight. We always do here at the Dallas International Film Festival that runs through next Thursday. It started this past Thursday night with the world premiere of the upcoming 30 for 30 about the guys from Dude Perfect. And if you don't know who they are, they're a YouTube sensation. They're actually building a multi-million-dollar facility up on the north side in Frisco.
Yeah, pretty exciting stuff.
My nephew is a huge fan.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to see it. I just couldn't make it out there on Thursday. But let's talk about some things. While we wait, I always write a full run sheet because you never know how long it's going to take for us to get guests. Some TV news. And when I read this headline, I had to do some math because I feel like it's been longer than this, but I had to verify it. CBS has renewed The Equalizer for a fifth season.
Wow.
I thought it's been on longer than that.
Man.
With the Queen. I watched the first two, and then I kind of fell off.
I believe, if I remember correctly, and someone could check my facts on this, I think that show premiered as a post-Super Bowl pilot.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And it did very well. And you know, some people might make the argument, well, was it because it was playing off of the Super Bowl ratings? Is that why it got such a good? But it's lasted and it's doing well, and you know, good for Queen Latifah. I
enjoyed the ones I saw. I got to a point where my problem with CBS is they don't communicate with their networks, their like affiliates well.
Yeah.
So like during football season, I would queue up my recording. And I'd lose like the last 15 minutes because it would start 15 minutes late, and my guide couldn't adjust because CBS didn't tell them, okay, now it's going to start at 7:21 or whatever.
Yeah.
And it just got too frustrating. I was like, I'm not doing this anymore.
Well, congrats to them on a fifth season. You know, nowadays, any TV show that makes it past 2 or 3 seasons, it's a miracle, it seems like, because the networks are so quick to cut a show before it even gets its legs.
Well, speaking of getting cut, they've actually announced 3 more cancellations. They canceled CSI Vegas again. They canceled NCIS Hawaii, and that cast is in a tiz because they didn't know until we all did, apparently.
Yeah.
They're very upset. And So Help Me Todd was canceled.
Yeah, that's a shame. I really did enjoy that show. First of all, I love Marcia Gay Harden, but I just think the show was a fun show. And it was one of those shows that I remember when I started watching it, I thought, this is really fun. I really like this. I have a feeling it's going to get canceled. And now my worst fears are confirmed. So, you know.
It's like you said, get ratings. I mean, I always remember that interview that Jerry Seinfeld did. And he said, in this day and age, we wouldn't have lasted because we didn't even know who we were until season 3.
You know, before we kind of get into the meat of this, can I just say, because this is my first time back at DIF in a while.
Okay.
And this festival holds a special place in my heart for a variety of reasons. But I've been coming to this festival since it was the Deep Ellum Film Festival, going way back. Like,
because this is year, what, 18, I think?
Yeah, I was going to say almost 20 years. And it's gone in, a couple different iterations. At one point, it became the AFI Dallas, and, it's gone through different iterations. But I've always felt like at its core, there was something in this festival that really kind of, just for me, as a member of the press, I always felt very welcomed. I felt very appreciated. And I always love coming back to this festival because the staff is great. The people behind it are great.
Agreed.
The filmmakers that they bring in are great. And the filmmakers and the people that come in to promote these films seem very appreciative of the fact that they're able to be here and share it with an audience. Because listen, you and I have been to other festivals.
We have.
You don't always get the kind of welcome that people get when they come here.
There's something about the TIFF, I agree with you. Like, and welcome on every level. They let these schlubs do their show 10 years ago. And then not only did they let us do the show, they asked us to come back multiple times, which, if we fool them, I'm okay with it. Don't get me wrong. But I love this festival because it's just got that vibe that everybody's having a great time. The red carpet's always just jam-packed. I did my first red carpet here 10 years ago when we had Christopher McDonald.
Oh, yeah.
Was here. And I was like, my first red carpet interview ever, and this is okay. This is what, and he could not have been nicer.
Bang, bang.
Yeah, could not. I mean, the people that have come through here, we met Jorge Gutierrez, who became a friend of the show for a long time. He brought us Diego Luna that one year, who was awesome. And it was right after the trailer for Rogue One had dropped. Yeah. So the timing couldn't have been better. And the staff at DIFF is very generous with their guests, too, which I like, because we don't do the red carpet because what we do is a little bit different. Sure. So we want to default that red carpet vibe to the people that are on the red carpet, and because we have to take our time. Yeah. We can't just because of the nature of what we do, especially since we're live and we're doing video for the second time ever at DIFF. But yes, I agree with you 100%. I love everything about this festival. It's always so fun. I know we have press. They gave us press credentials. Look at that. Look at that. You got to love that.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm happy. I'm happy to be back, and it's fun. It's fun that me coming back coincided with me hosting this with you, because you've been a great friend to me, and we've been looking for a way to do something together. We have, so this is kind of a fun way to do it.
And right before your birthday.
Yes, right before my birthday, a big one too.
Next Wednesday,
my 25th birthday. Yes,
25 years ago. Sure. Don's already moving. This is fantastic. Don has never moved this quick. We got through 2 headlines.
Okay.
Before, so you get to move over. And we're gonna bring somebody in here. Yeah. No. Come on in. Come on in. Oh, then there goes Mark's headphones. Yeah, we're going to put Mark on the other end so one of us doesn't have our back to you at any point in the interview. You got headphones right there. If you want to wear them, you can pick either one of those mics. We're good. They both should be hot. And talk right into that microphone and tell you we're on video as well. Tell everybody who you are.
My name is Cody Duncombe. I have a short here called Where the Bullets Go.
Cody, welcome. That's Mark.
How you doing, Cody?
Hi,
I'm
Thanks
Rob.
for coming on.
This is the Clubhouse Podcast. The camera's right there where the little light is. Tell everybody you got a short in the festival. Has it played yet? Has the block played yet?
Yeah, so it's playing in the late night shorts.
Oh,
block.
You've got the Saturday night, late night.
Yeah,
that's always a very popular block.
I know, it was a lot of fun too. It's very packed because we had it last night, and then our next night is tomorrow night.
So tell everybody about the short film.
Yeah, so it's about a kid that he shoots at a bird and misses, and then he wonders where the bullet went, so he goes to look for it.
Nice.
Oh wow!
So it's a little David Lynchy.
Nothing wrong with that.
It's a little spooky.
How long did it take you to film? Because one of the things I love to talk about, especially with short films, people think, oh, they just went out for an afternoon and filmed this, and it's like, no. These things. How long is the short?
It's 13 and a half minutes.
So for 13 and a half minutes, how long did it take to film it?
It took us 1.5 days of principal photography, and then probably another half day of just like experimental photography. So it was like it was a little bit of a process to put it together.
So the better part of a week, really.
Yeah.
To do 13 minutes.
Yeah.
And which I'm always fascinated by that, because Mark and I are both cinephiles for as long as we can remember. It's the process of movie making.
Oh man. It's a miracle that they ever get made and that they're even good.
Yeah.
But
what did you guys shoot on?
We shot on a Venice 2, which is a pretty high-end camera, but it's we mainly did that because there's a lot of scenes that are just lit by a flashlight.
Yeah.
And so that camera has 2 noise floors, so we could get a clean image that we didn't need a lot of light for. And, not having a lot of crew and a lot of lights, it helped out a ton. So
yeah,
it was pretty vital.
And how's your experience been so far here with the Dallas International Film Festival? We always get a lot of great feedback from filmmakers, but everybody kind of has their own unique experience. What's it been like for you so far?
Oh, it's been great. I love that it's all in one place, which is
yes,
I love that. And then
the Violet Crown's a beautiful theater.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It's right. Like I do this because it's right over there.
Yeah, it's right
from where we.
Yeah, it's directly behind.
You can't
us.
see out the window, but that's where it is.
No, the theater's beautiful. Like the quality of the projection is great.
Yeah.
And like also like all the films I've seen have just been great. And everybody I've met, like it's been great so far. It's my first time in Dallas. So.
Oh, congrats, man! Welcome.
Yeah, it's warm.
Yeah.
It is. It's
Welcome
humid.
to the humid part of the year. This is unseasonably humid. Like this is our rainy season, but the humidity has just kicked it into overdrive this year, which I don't understand. But we're actually inside, which is nice. Sometimes they have us outside. Like last year we were outside, but it was a beautiful day that day. So I looked out this morning. I'm like, oh Lord, I hope we're inside. And I got here and like, we're gonna put you guys right over here. I'm like, yes, you are.
I'm from Nashville, so there's still a nice breeze.
Yes,
right now it gets humid, but like I got here and I was like, oh,
I would rather be in Nashville in July.
Oh,
because you think this is bad. Oh, my friend.
I bet.
I'm from South Florida. I'm from a tropical climate. And I moved out here and I'm like, this is a whole different league of hot.
Yeah.
What did we spend? 45 days above triple digits last year?
It was rough last year. I'm afraid of what it's going to be like this year.
Are you in Florida too?
No. I live here.
Oh, you live here. Okay.
But yeah, but I was actually just in Orlando about a month ago.
Okay.
Where I've never been to Orlando when it wasn't hot or humid. And so, yeah, I guess this is kind of good training for that in some ways, you could say. So where do you go from here with the short film? Do you have some other festivals lined up or what's next for you guys?
Yeah, so we have IFF Boston next. We kind of just started. So we've had we played at Film Fort and we played at a Phoenix Film Festival and then a couple of other festivals. And then we have IFF Boston and then nothing else after that. But, it's been a good run so far.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I don't know.
Well, I'm anxious to see how people respond to it here at DIF. I think we have a great crowd, and I think we have a really great crowd for short films, which I'm very happy.
Well, and like I said, that late night Saturday crowd has historically at DIF because we're going to church in the morning, but it's not. I'm not going to work in the morning.
Right.
That Saturday night, late night crowd, it's rowdy, it's fun, and you've also got some of the horror films that will show late on Saturday night too. Who influences you as a filmmaker?
Oh man, as far as like other filmmakers go, or just I mean, I think somebody was asking me this last night about my short. I do think Ingmar Bergman, he's probably always influencing, but I always come back to Bela Tarr, who's like he makes like very slow movies, and like mine has a little bit of a slower pace, and that was like I wasn't intentionally doing that, but then instinctually it just like happened that way, and I was like, God, I can't get away from Bela Tarr. But
correct me if I missed it because I'm old and the memory's going. Did you write the script as well?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm just through my mind. I'm processing the plot of this 13-minute film.
Yeah.
Where does that story come from?
Well, it's kind of based on a true thing because I am from Kentucky. And so I was like target shooting with my dad in the backyard one day when I was like 8 years old or something. And I just like shot straight up in the air. And he turned around and he was like, why'd you do that? And I was like, I don't know.
You're like, happy 4th of July?
Yeah. And he was like, it's got to come down. And I was like, what do you mean? And I was like, it doesn't just keep going. And he was like, no. So I was like looking on.
What do you think? There's a bunch of bullets in space?
Yeah,
is that what happens?
And so I was looking at the news and newspapers trying to see if anybody got hit for like a week.
Oh, geez.
So
and we've all had that feeling of like if you shoot somewhere and you miss, then where does it go?
Yeah.
Like, did I hit a stray dog or did I hit a poor person that happened to be walking by? Like, so there's always kind of that fear.
There's one tree 2 feet behind it that looks like Swiss cheese.
Yeah. And I think too, it's like because the whole thing is kind of a coming of age story of this kid becoming aware of the world that's bigger than him and aware of outside of himself, which is like it's shot in black and white, so like that's why, because it's like this limited perspective.
Well, and something like that shot in black and white, it kind of gives it a whole different flavor.
Yes, it creates an otherworldly feeling, which is another intention.
Did it also give it a feeling of like it was a little bit more closed in because
Yeah.
of the black and white? Because
Yeah.
I love it, like with stuff like when they did Mad Max Fury Road, the blood and chrome edition,
Yeah.
or Logan,
Oh,
in
yeah.
the black and white edition. When you watch and compare and contrast, everything, number one, everything looks sharper,
Sharper,
but number
yeah.
two, everything feels more like
contained.
we're right here.
Yeah, and that's the other thing too that we did was like we made the lights very occluded so that it was just like a pop of light in darkness, and like so that's just like this him navigating all this, like him being unaware of all this stuff, and like he's just aware of himself, his own faculties.
How close was the final project to your vision?
Pretty close. It's the first one that I've ever just edited straight through without stopping and being like, what did I do? I'm an idiot. Like, and I told my friend that I was like, yeah, I kind of got through this one pretty fast. And I was like, I don't know if that's because I'm becoming more okay with my failures, or if like it just turned out the way I wanted it to. And he was like, well, I think it's probably the latter. And I was like, I think it's both.
Yeah. Well, and you mentioned David Lynch, and
Yeah.
I think like Lynch is one of those experimental filmmakers that in a lot of ways kind of taught us it is okay to take risks and do things in a different way, shooting in black and white,
Yeah.
whatever the case may be, that, there's nothing wrong with trying something in a way that is unconventional.
Yeah.
So
It's got
do you consider yourself a very unconventional filmmaker?
I try to be, but sometimes I become too conventional. Like I kind of like I'll find myself being too conventional, and then I'll be like, no, I got to do something different. And then I'll look at it and I'm like, well, that's way too much. And
Yeah,
then, it's like it's whiplash almost. But yeah, I try not to. And that's another thing that like somebody was talking about it yesterday, and because I always really interrogate stuff about like that I'm working on as to like, does it even need to be made?
Yeah.
It's like this one just felt like once I finished it wasn't done yet.
Yeah.
Which is like not a feeling that I usually have immediately. So yeah, I'm really proud of it. And I hope, people enjoy it.
Well, we're getting the high sign, but before we let you go, I always like to end any of our guests. We call it shameless self-promotion.
Yeah.
So websites, social media, how can
Yeah.
people get in contact with you? Maybe if they want to book the film for their festival.
Yeah. So you can contact me through my website probably, which is codyduncum.com.
Spell that out for everybody.
CODYDUNCUM.
Okay.
So, and I'm on Instagram as well. And I've been a cinematographer for 10 years. So I got a lot of credits on my, just on the internet. So
Very cool. Check out Cody's work, guys. We're going to keep track of the film. Thank you so much for jumping on the
thank
podcast
you.
with us.
It
Yeah,
was fun.
it was great.
Thank you
man.
for joining us. We are live. The Clubhouse Podcast is at the Dallas International Film Festival. Hard to believe. Thank you, sir. Hard to believe we've been doing this for a decade here.
They pulled me off of that.
Yeah, come on around. We got somebody else joining us. The red carpet is fired up right now, and I'm digging it. Come on in.
All right, I'm coming.
Grab that pair of headphones right there. You can pick either one of those seats. Welcome. I'm Rob. That's Mark. Get right at the top of that microphone. Tell everybody who you are.
My name is Ian Harnrein. I'm the writer and director of a film called Doubles.
Okay. You're representing the whole film. Tell us about the film.
The film it's a father-son story. It's about a young man that comes from Trinidad who's a street food vendor, and he goes to Toronto in search of his father.
And so this is part of the world cinema category here at the Dallas
It
International
is,
Festival.
yeah, that's right. Yep.
As a feature.
It's a feature film.
How are you feeling right now?
It's a really complicated feeling of like pride, exhaustion, excitement. What else can I throw in there? Nervousness.
How many times has the film been screened?
This is probably about I want to say our fourth or fifth festival.
So still pretty fresh for you.
Oh yeah, still very fresh.
Are you at a point when the film shows that you still want to sit through the whole
No.
thing?
I don't sit through it. I walk out. I can't. I only see the mistakes.
Even
now.
even at the premiere, because you probably edited the film and did all the things. Once it's done, are you like, okay, I can't watch this with a group of strangers, or is it I'm going to watch it that first time, and then I might watch a little bit less and a little bit less, or was it just like once it's out there, because like you said, I'm going to see all the flaws, which nobody else is going to see.
Yeah.
But were you able to watch it through that first time or no?
the first time I did watch it through with an audience, and that's a memorable experience. It's something that I'll always take with me, was that first time screening that film with an audience. Yeah.
Talk about some of the feedback you get from the audience when they see it, where there's some things that surprised you that they picked up on that maybe you didn't think about in that specific type of way.
Some of the things that people pick up on are things that I didn't think they would. Like, I think the film is really funny at times. And, I remember when we were editing it and I was working with my editor, I was like, no one's going to get this. No one's going to laugh at it. And people genuinely do get it.
Yeah.
Also, one of the great things about the film that still surprises me is, this film is about a really specific group of people in the Caribbean, a really specific group of people in a really specific part of the world, and somehow people still get it. I mean, we're playing in Dallas, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's like, I think it speaks to the power of film and the power of this film, and that it's able to transcend. I guess people are able to recognize the fundamental human nature of it and the human relationships in it, and they're able to see themselves in it somehow as well. And to me, like, that still surprises me how much like the audience gets it.
Yeah.
Because again, it's like it's not a tough film to get through, but like, there's people speaking in an accent that the general audience may not be familiar with, but they go along with it. And for that, I'm really grateful and I'm touched by it.
Yeah. It seems like in recent years, we've been seeing a lot more film goers embracing different cultures in film, like seeing some of the award winners that come out of the Oscars. It's very different now than what it was just 5-10 years ago. Do you feel like people are becoming more open-minded when it comes to the kinds of films they take in? Culturally, yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Parasite. I mean,
Yeah.
Parasite's the prime example.
Amazing, yeah.
Anatomy of a Fall last year. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I think this is what it's kind of amazing. Like, I feel like a lot of this has to do with the sort of the changing demographics of, of movie goership, and that people are interested in allowing film to take them to places they've never seen before, and consider other stories that maybe they haven't heard before or haven't seen. And there's a power in that. And I think people are starting to appreciate that and are inquisitive and curious about cultures that are not of their own, or that they're maybe not familiar with.
Absolutely.
One of my favorite questions to ask, especially of filmmakers, was, do you remember what film, TV show, or whatever it was that you saw and you said, with the earliest you can remember going, I want to do that?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. There's so many of those.
You remember the first?
Oof. It's kind of like a nerdy like film school movie, but
You're
like,
in between two of us.
I know. Well,
we
You're in the right
flocked
place.
to our
then
own.
you're my people then. So like Terrence Malick's The Thin Red Line.
Oh,
when
yeah,
I saw
yeah.
that the first time.
Yeah.
It kind of blew my mind of what movies could be.
Yeah.
Of what actually he's a Texas guy, right?
Yeah.
I think he's from Austin. Maybe he still lives there. I'm not sure, but yeah, when I saw his work, he kind of really opened my mind up. Also, Spike Lee's work. The first time I saw Do the Right Thing, it just
that movie was a game changer on so many
levels. What's kind of amazing about that film is that I don't know who owns it, but like every 5 years they have like the 25th anniversary, the 30th anniversary, and they do like a theatrical release of it, or like a one-off, and I'll always go to it. And every time I leave it, I'm like, I think that's the best film I've ever seen in my life. Like, there's something about that movie that's just like, he was hitting something on some other level. It took so many creative choices.
And it's
so
one of
many
those
chances.
because you see something new, because now you watch it the first time and you're blown away, and then you go back a second time, you're like, oh, I missed that because my mind was so blown the first time through.
Exactly. It's like just like the standard sort of shot, and then it just tilts it a little bit, and you're like, oh, that's really weird. Why would he do that?
Yeah.
And it's oh my gosh, that movie's amazing.
Yeah. And those performances are really great too.
I mean, just the opening, like
very timeless. Yeah.
Yeah, it's incredible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anything coming down the pike that you as a filmmaker are looking forward to?
Other films, or
Yes.
Oh man, okay. Yeah, I think anything. I mean, the slate from Cannes looks really amazing. Like the new Francis Ford Coppola film. I mean, I can't wait to see that. That's going to be incredible.
Have we got a release date on that yet?
I don't remember seeing it. I think
There's been a lot of talk
just
lately.
the Cannes date, I think, so
Yeah.
far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That this has been,
Yeah.
it's like it's Megalopolis, right?
Megalopolis,
Right?
yep.
It's one of those where it's just like we have news and then we don't have news, and then we have news and then we don't have news. It's like, just get this thing to me already.
But I just think it's amazing that the filmmakers that we grew up with, that the fact that they're still making movies, the fact that Francis Ford Coppola is still making movies, George Miller is still making movies. It shows that there's no limitations. Like if you're a filmmaker and you're passionate about film, there's no reason why you can't do this into your 80s, and just make a life of it, and there's something really inspiring about that.
Yeah, there's a truth to that, but it's also inspiring on another level because, yeah, they're still making movies, but my gosh, it's really hard for them to make a movie.
It is.
And so it's really hard for me to make a movie too. And somehow Francis Ford Coppola, how long has it taken him to make this movie? I mean, he did it, but it's still hard for him. Like Francis Ford Coppola, it's hard for him to make a movie.
Well, and as a writer director of a film, every time I talk to filmmakers, it's like at a certain point I have to tell myself like, this is it. And I have to walk away from it, because if I sit here any longer, I'm going to keep editing and I'm going to keep re-editing. And then, I mean, at what do you give yourself a time frame of saying, okay, I'm going this long and that's it? Or do you go, okay, I'm going to go till it's as close to my vision as possible, and then I have to leave it alone?
A lot of it is coming to terms that it's never going to be the vision that you had originally going into it. And a lot of it is just like really playing with the material and knowing this is the best it's going to get with the material that we have. And that's like a hard thing to do. Like I teach now as well as still making films. And I see that in my students, like they're just constantly, some of them will never finish their project. And it's like, it's really important that you finish things so that you can move on to the next one.
Yeah.
And just to like walk away from it is like an important trait to have and be able to do that. So like with my film right now, we spent like about a year editing it, about like coming up with a cut, taking a break from it, coming back. Is this working? Let's try this. I know we have this shot. Let's try to see what happens if we can do this. Let's play with like rejiggering the orientation of scenes. Does this help it? Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. But like really experimenting with the material and trying to make the most of it.
Yeah, a lot of people say, or a lot of filmmakers will say that a big portion of the film itself is in the editing. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Of course.
Yeah, there's just so much that it's made me a better filmmaker, a better director by being able to like really be involved with the edit and see what's happening there. Like I know like every single moment of that film because I watched all of the edits.
Yeah.
I watched every single line of the footage. I know what it's like. I know the mistakes that I made. I know the good parts of it. I know the things that we tried to cover up at times. And like that's definitely made me a better filmmaker for sure.
Yeah.
With modern technology, you can edit on the fly. Do you prefer that, or do you prefer to have some distance from it before you edit? So, because I know sometimes you see something on set that in post you see differently, good, bad, or indifferent. Do you prefer to do it as you go, or would you rather wait, get some time away from it so you can come back and maybe see it with fresher eyes?
Yeah, it depends on the project, because sometimes you just don't have the luxury of time. You've got to turn it around for producers or whoever you're working with. But we didn't necessarily have the pressure on this feature, and so we were able to take the time. And I took like about a month off from production to actually go. Like my editor was working, and he gave me the time to step away from it, and that's when I was like probably about a month after a month after wrapping is when I started to really look at the material.
Is that a normal process for you? Like, is it? You said it differs from project to project, but is that about average, or is it that vary? Like sometimes I'm there that day, sometimes I just wait.
Yeah, it really does vary from project. Like I do a lot of television sometimes, and with that, it's like you're turning it around as soon as possible because there's deadlines that have to be met.
Well, that being necessity.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Do you like that though? Because I feel like having that level of deadline, I would probably my brain would explode.
Yeah, no, it's like a different framework. I think it's good to have people that are like, we need this right now. You need to turn it around. You need to figure it out. You need that edit really quick. I think that's really important.
Yeah.
Like that skill to have.
You need to have people to tell you like, hey, back away a little bit.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You really do. Like I think that's a good skill to have.
No.
but it's also good to not have that pressure at times,
Yeah.
and like are able to like work more fluidly or more like, I don't know how to like expand your mind about the possibilities that are there.
Yeah.
You really are able to explore all possibilities.
Yeah.
We just got the high sign that we got to let you go, but before we let you go, we got to do shameless self-promotion. So anybody that's maybe not making it for the Dallas International Film Festival, if they want to get in touch with you after tonight, give the websites, the social medias, all the nine. Go.
Thank you. Yeah. So the film is called Doubles. We're screening tomorrow in Dallas. If you can't make it, that's fine.
What time tomorrow?
4:45.
4:45, right here at the Violet Crown. That's just on the
Indeed,
other side
right-
of this thing.
Right behind this thing. Also, we're on Instagram at Doubles the Movie, Facebook. Yeah, and doublesthemovie.com as well. That's we got them all.
Got it.
All right, thank you so much for sitting down with us. I hope tomorrow goes swimmingly.
Thank you so
Enjoy
much.
the festival, my friend.
I will. This is my first time in Dallas. I'm excited.
Welcome.
Oh, congrats.
Thank you, man.
We're honored to be a part of it.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. This is the Clubhouse Podcast. We are live at the Dallas International Film Festival. It is night 3 of the show. Goes through next Thursday night. So much. I wouldn't get too close. Wouldn't get too comfortable, Mark. We got somebody else coming in. You know those moments.
How are you?
I am well. How are you?
Oh, good. Oh, this is exciting.
You have no idea.
Why?
You can go ahead and put those headphones on if you'd like,
Okay, good.
because
Ooh, Gary, yeah.
now we do video, but we also do audio. And I always say when our guests sit down, nobody on the audio feed's going to believe me if I say who's sitting with me. So I'm going to let you tell everybody.
Oh, okay.
Get right up on that thing.
Right about
There
it.
we go.
How come I have my headphones on, but I can't hear anything?
You got one. You probably have one ear
No, I
going.
know. I'm a side saddler.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
the
there
way
it is.
it's the way it's wired.
Okay, good. There you go. Well, hello. I am Annabeth Gish here at the Dallas International
Hey
Film
now!
Festival. Yeah, hey.
Oh,
We were. Can I let you in on a little secret, Annabeth?
Yes, sir.
You're the only person we wanted to talk to. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But we're very excited to have you on the show because
Oh.
we've been talking about you being here. And one of the things we love about DIF is you see a really good variety of filmmakers, but then you also see, oh, we got one more coming in. Hang on, I'm going to scoot out of the way.
oh,
Okay.
I
Oh, he's
can
gonna
move.
come
Yes,
in on
I
that.
can.
That
move.
makes it easier. Okay.
Let me move.
But we're
Okay.
very excited to have you here. And I'm wondering what your experience has been like so far, but I'm guessing you probably just got here. Is that true?
Just flew
Okay.
in last night,
Okay.
and have had a lovely day. We had some press today and some nice interviews, and my husband is here, so we had a nice walkabout. And I love Texas.
Yeah.
Happy to be here with the Grackles, all the Grackles.
The Grackles are out
The
very much
Grackles
this
are
year. Yes.
loud.
And we've got somebody else joining us. Talk right into that thing. Tell us who you are.
Hey, how are you doing? I'm 40 J. Smith.
Both representing Ride. I was doing my reading, but I want you guys to talk about the film itself because
I
this looks
play Al
fascinating.
Hawkins. I'm the grandfather, kind of the main root of the problem.
Is this the first time you've been that?
I call that Tuesday. What are you talking about?
And yeah, it was first time I got to step out of the box and not play a hard case, So it was special to me. And I'd met Annabeth and knew her husband, worked with him and stuff, and was really glad to get to work with her. Same with C. Thomas Howell. I've been around him at rodeos, and I've worked for his dad and with his dad, and it was great to get to work with him and just had a lot of fun. The Allen family are great people to work for. It was a very professionally run, and there was a lot of passion going on.
Nice. Ms. Giss, what brought you to this film?
Well, I play Monica Hawkins, mother to my son Jake, and also I have 3 children. My youngest daughter is dealing with a cancer diagnosis, and we can't afford her health care. I play a sheriff, and what drew me to the project was that I think it shows a real authentic sensibility of the Western cowboy rodeo world, and lots of elements of how hard that is. Don't they know we're filming a interview over here?
It shouldn't bleed through.
Okay.
If I arrange this right, it shouldn't bleed
Okay,
through.
good. good.
But it also proves that we're actually live,
Okay,
which is
we're
kind of
live.
nice.
Perfect.
I can't think of many other places that would be more perfect to premiere this and to show it to people right here in Texas and Dallas. It seems like the perfect film festival to have this.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
especially because Jake his family is from Dallas.
Yeah.
So this is and you should talk to him because he's the heart and soul of the movie.
We're definitely going to try to get him over here.
Absolutely.
It's this is my all the years in the movie business, and this is my first film festival.
Really?
Yeah.
No kidding.
Well,
Congratulations.
We're glad you picked this.
We're
one.
honored to have you
it's
here.
kinda-
That's great.
You know, I rode a lot of bulls around this country. I moved down here from Montana right after Urban Cowboy, and every little town had a bull riding. I've been Arlington, of course, Mesquite, and this Garland, Cleburne, Maybell. All these little towns had bull ridings, and it just seems fitting that this is where I could go to my first film festival.
How's the festival been for you guys?
I've
Amazing.
been treated good.
I hate that I'm already getting the high sign. This
I
saddens me.
know. We just sat down.
I know.
Maybe we can talk after the.
Absolutely. But I want to make sure before you go, though, give everybody where websites, social media, how can they get to the film, get to you guys, get in touch with you? Maybe other film festivals want to see this.
I think
June 14th, it'll be coming out at select theaters and digitally.
and there's an Instagram handle called @ride_movie.
For like all the behind the scenes stuff and all the stuff you guys are doing.
Maybe.
Okay.
If you're lucky.
Well, they got to go look at it then, don't they?
Right. Exactly.
And we got our fingers crossed that we're going to have the premiere at the Cowtown Northside Coliseum on May 26th, but we haven't got all the paperwork and stuff signed yet.
Oh, that's
But-
fantastic.
Well, you're
That's
putting it
what
out
we're
there to the
shooting
universe,
for
so it
right
has to
now.
happen now.
We'll start a petition
That's
right
right.
now.
Exactly. That's what I'm hoping.
Well, we're honored to have you guys
Thank
on
you
the
guys
show.
so much.
Very honored to have you for your very first film
Yes.
festival. Congratulations on that. So,
Thank you, guys.
Thank you guys so much. Oh, this was
thank
so
you for
awesome.
taking
Very
time to
much.
talk to us.
Yeah.
Sorry it was a little rushed.
Yeah, I know. I wish we had more time.
We got a little.
You guys got to go shake hands and kiss babies and do the whole thing. So, the Clubhouse Podcast. Ah, yes. Live from the Dallas International Film Festival. Okay, that was cool. Come on in. We got a lot going on here. We are moving and shaking. I saw Alex checked in. I see that Russ is checked in as well. You can grab those headphones and get right up on that mic. Tell us who you are.
Hey, this is Philip Guitar.
Philip, how are you? How's the Dallas International Film Festival treating you so far?
Man, this place is amazing. I'm having great time. Just glad to be here.
Is there a film you're promoting that you want to tell us about?
That's right. I'm the executive producer for Water Wars, feature-length documentary. So that's our film.
Very cool.
Tell us about the film because I don't have a thing for it. I want to hear about this.
Sure. Okay. So Water Wars is a story about it's a West Texas story about some farmers and ranchers who they go to war over water rights out there, and it's an underdog story, and it deals with property rights, and it is like a David and Goliath underdog story, and it deals with a lot of issues that had statewide impact. And in fact, the story goes all the way, chronicles through the Texas Supreme Court, and the verdict was a lasting impact for Texas landowners.
What's inspired you to make this into a film?
What inspired me to make it into a film was that it was connected up with my family, and so I had some family members that actually went through it, and I was actually at the Texas Supreme Court when it went through in 2007. So I was there during the Supreme Court case.
Oh,
So
wow.
It was close to my heart in that aspect.
Where are you from originally?
I'm originally from Abilene, Texas.
Abilene. Great.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
How many times has this film been shown so far?
Just once.
Here?
We're here. World premiere.
Oh,
World
we got the
premiere.
world premiere. Very
Yeah.
nice.
World premiere.
No
You
better
bet.
place, right?
No better place.
Yeah,
Right here.
with that kind of
Has it
subject
happened or
matter.
is it going to happen?
It happened yesterday.
Tell us about it. Tell us how it went.
It was amazing. We couldn't have asked for anything more. Diff has been just absolutely spectacular to us. It was sold out. Our show sold out like in the second day.
Oh, wow.
Which we couldn't believe it. We were overwhelmed, and so they got it sold out, and the crowd was great. We had an after party at the Ritz-Carlton afterwards, but the whole premiere was just our crew. Everybody was here. We had a large turnout of people that just came in from different spots, and we just couldn't have been happier.
Do you get to exhale now, or are you just like, no, now it's just beginning? Like, this is the next piece.
I get to exhale a little bit. I mean, we do get our second screening tomorrow
Okay, what time?
at 12:15.
12:15, right behind us.
Right behind us.
Right behind us, yes.
12:15. You're right. So I'm excited about that. So I do get a little bit of time to exhale, but we're still cranking on that one as well.
Do you have a Q&A yesterday and tomorrow?
I think that yes, we have a Q&A both. Yes.
All right, they're already giving us the high sign. We must be cycling through
Yeah,
guests.
David, real quickly, tell us where people can find out more about the film.
There we go.
Well, right now we don't have a distribution. We're looking. We'll be definitely looking for one in the future. But right now, just stay tuned and
Where can they get a hold of you?
Yeah, where can they find you?
Red Aces Productions.
There you go.
Red Aces Productions. Check me out.
Red
Philip
Aces.
Guitar.
On everything.
Everything. You got it.
All right. Thank you so much. We're so glad things went well for
Thank you, Philip.
Thank you
Enjoy
so
the
much.
festival.
Red Aces Productions. There you go.
Don has got us on a tight time schedule today. All right.
I'm getting caught here.
Mark's caught up in his wires. This is the Clubhouse Podcast. We are live at the Dallas International Film Festival. We are just, cavalcade of stars happening. I don't know if we've ever moved at this quick a pace. Yes, please have a seat. I got one pair of headphones, but I got two microphones. That's Mark. I'm Rob. Go ahead and get right on top of those microphones. Tell everybody who you are.
Oh, well, my name is Noah Lalonde, one of the actors from Deer Camp 86.
And my name is L. Van Dyke Saboutson. If that sounds like a pseudonym, it's because it is. My real name is Harold Kronk.
Hey, fair enough.
And can I say Deer Camp 86 may be my favorite promo poster of the festival so far.
It's sitting right over there. It's sitting right over there.
Right over there.
Heck yeah.
Yep.
Thank you.
It's a good-looking group right
That's
there.
our
It
group
is
at
a
the
good-
refinery,
Safe
plugging the refinery in Los Angeles, who crushed that poster for us.
Why 86? I mean, you're talking to two Gen Xers, so we're okay with stuff in the 80s. But
Yeah.
tell me why 86 specifically.
It's very simple. Vehicles rust in Michigan, and the oldest vehicle that we could find that still ran was a Chevy Suburban from 1986 that we could afford.
That is fantastic.
It was originally Deer Camp 82. Then it became Deer Camp 84 because we had a line on a Ford F-150 that was going to make the cut. And then it eventually became 86.
That could be the greatest in 15 years on the air. That could be the greatest answer that I've ever gotten.
Never let it be said the car doesn't make the
Oh,
movie.
that's right.
That's
right.
right.
I was gonna say the reasoning for the name is so much better than it's been given credit. You've been saying that. No one's even said how awesome that is.
Yeah.
Like it's way better than being like, yeah, it was a good year for me. You know?
I mean, I was in the 7th grade. That was a good time. That's all I'm saying. What brought you to the project? Because that's just that. I'm just going to take a stab in the dark. You weren't around in 86.
86 was a great year for me in that my parents were out there living a life of
Living their best
experience.
life.
And
It was a great year for them.
well, that's my only existence somewhere in there.
But what intrigued you to join the cast?
I can't pretend like it was something I had a lot of control over. As a young actor in Metro Detroit, being able to work on a film, you can't be too selective. But
Thanks, Noah.
I mean, here's
That's
the thing.
awesome.
Here's the thing.
I praise.
I
I
can't-
praise.
The only thing is,
this show.
I can't pretend like that's not the truth because I would have loved to have done it, but I got sent it by an old acting coach. He said, "Hey, wanted to keep in touch. Hope you're well. Here's a tape." This is my first project that I ever did.
Well, let's talk about the project itself.
Yeah.
I mean, I could read it from here, but I want to hear the plot from your standpoint.
I've had 2 margaritas. You should probably read it from there.
I don't know. That might make it easier that might be more fun.
No, it's okay. So it's a story of a group of close friends in the fall of 1986 who climb into the cab of a 1986 Chevy Suburban and head north to the greatest place on earth, which we all know is deer hunting camp, where they happen to cross paths with a local woodland spirit who's out to avenge the death of an indigenous woman, and things go very badly for them in the forest.
Did you shoot it in a quote unquote 80s style?
Oh, yes.
Oh,
yes. It isn't
so great.
The film is an homage to those great 80s horror films. We've got some very iconic shots that, speak to that era, and it's campy. It's fun. It pokes fun at itself. I think one of my
Any
favorite
good
lines-
horror film does, though. There's a level of self-awareness that has to be there.
Absolutely. I mean, at one point, one of our characters says, "A bar fight, how original." So, but we had
Say that in any movie
an
almost.
incredible cast. Noah, Noah, after the movie blowing up with his Netflix series, he's just been a great champion of the movie. We loved having him in the cast. He's such a great guy. He's a wonderful person. All the things that you hear about him being so incredible are all true. He's so pretty. We called him River DiCaprio because he looked like a love child of Leonardo DiCaprio and River Phoenix.
Those shoes, they're small. Yeah. I'll never say that ever out loud.
Has the film happened yet? Is it getting ready to happen? Because I don't have the schedule in front of me.
Yes, it's on at 10 o'clock tonight.
Oh, you've got the
come on down. I think there aren't any tickets. Don't come on down and cheer outside.
There you go. Because we talked about this earlier. The Saturday night time slot at the Dallas International Film Festival is that horror film slot. It's very popular.
Yeah.
So the fact that you guys got that 10 o'clock slot is nothing short of like that. That shows you how much the festival is really behind this film. And we're already getting a high sign, which is crazy. We've been blowing and going tonight, but I'm not going to let you guys go without promoting websites, social media, the whole thing so if people want to get a hold of you after the festival, where can they find you?
Yeah, Instagram is a great place. Noah Lalonde, that's my name. You look that up. I hope that you get close enough to find something.
And I was completely not prepared by our team for this. So, but I'm sure if you search Deer Camp 1986 movie, I'm sure you're going to find us somewhere. Heading toward a theater near you, May 31st. Coming out and see the film. It's a great film for a communal experience, sitting in the dark with a bunch of friends, watching this movie. It's so much fun.
And it'll be tonight at 10 o'clock. If you got tickets, great. If you didn't,
I'll be standing outside the theater doing recaps. I will forego my movie-going experience for the fans.
Fantastic.
Thank you guys
Thank
so
you
much
guys.
for
Really
coming and
appreciate
hanging
it.
out. We appreciate you so much.
Thanks.
I can't wait to hear about how it goes tonight.
Right, thanks, guys.
Deer Camp 86.
Thank you so much.
My childhood. So great. This is the Clubhouse Podcast. We are live at the Dallas International Film Festival. Oh, I need to take a breath. And we're only at the halfway point. This is insanity. Y'all come on in. I don't know if we're going to be able to get everybody in frame here. Come all the way down. Come all the way down. I don't bite unless provoked. So you're okay.
Well, okay. Maybe I want to.
I'm Rob. That's Mark.
Yeah, if you want to get behind us, buddy.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to scoot as far over as I can because we got a lot of people to put in this frame.
Sorry, we're bringing a full pop.
Hey, you know what? Oh, wow. It's like my high school band pictures. This is awesome. All right, get right on top of that thing.
Yes,
Tell
sir.
everybody who you are.
All right, great. I'll start us off. I'm Bray Brown. I'm the director of Bearcats. We're Still Here.
Stand right here, buddy. I'm Kelsey Key. I'm the executive producer of Bearcats. We're Still Here.
Chad Tregellis, head football coach and subject.
Get right up on the microphone because I want everybody to hear
Don't
you.
be shy. Don't be shy.
Chad Tregellis, head football coach and subject.
There you go.
World premiere at the Dallas International Film Festival.
That's right.
Nice. We're very glad you're here. They haven't given me the schedule, so has it happened? Is it fixing to happen?
It happened this afternoon at 12:30. We screened at the Texas Theater, and the game on Shorts Block is really fun.
So you got to even go to the Texas, which, there's something about the Texas Theater when you walk in, like you feel that history. And for people that don't know, the Texas Theater is where Lee Harvey Oswald was found and arrested. And every year on the anniversary, they actually rope off his seat and play the movie he was watching at the time. But tell us about this film.
So I'll start.
Go for it.
So
Absolutely.
This film it started out as a amazing highlight reel for my son who's standing here, Liam. It was his first year to be a starter. He's been playing Pee Wee football for several years, but this was his first year to he was starting, and we were excited as parents, and we thought, okay, well, let's get a highlight reel. We've got the gear. We have a production company, Something from Nothing Productions.
There you go. Shameless plug. I love shameless self-promotion.
Yeah, a little shameless plug. We thought, why not get some amazing footage? And I'd say by game 3, we were hearing the coaches give speeches and pump up these boys. And not only that, the kids are really good. We thought, okay, let's get some different gear. Let's switch the lens. Let's get a little closer and start filming more practices. And by that point, we knew we had a film on our hands.
And it looks like there's an underlying story here, Coach. If you want to talk about the underlying story of what comes from this documentary, from what I'm reading.
Yeah, I think the biggest underlying story that they were really trying to portray in this was that the life lessons we teach the boys through sports and through football and how they can apply those to their everyday life. And to me as a football coach, it's not so much about winning the games. It's developing these boys into young men and seeing them flourish, not just on the football field, but in the classroom and in life when they move on and out.
Yeah.
Was it filmed in the 2023 season?
Yeah, we filmed last fall. So from August to November.
So you've had some time away from it. Then you come. What was it like watching it, especially for you guys? Because you guys had to watch yourself on the biggest screen you've probably ever seen yourself on. Was that weird? Was it cool? You get right up on that microphone, bro. That's what we're here for.
It was fun.
Was it?
It was super cool.
Were you like, hey, that's me? You got that guy right there?
Me.
That's me.
Yeah, I told everybody.
Yeah, see, I would too.
Yeah. What about you guys?
I had a really cool time. Seeing myself, I got so excited. I mean, I thought it was the coolest thing ever. It was really cool.
Yeah, it was definitely one of the number one experiences in my life. It was pretty cool seeing myself on a big screen.
Did you guys get to do a Q&A after?
You want to get in here and talk about how it was
Go ahead.
for you?
Go for it.
We don't want to leave you out.
I just really like the document. I just really like the video. I've seen everyone in there.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
How was it when you guys are, your business, what do they call it? You're standing on business out there? Is that what the kids are saying now? Don't let this fool you. This is,
He's him.
I am old. When you've got cameras watching everything that you're doing, are you able to block that out? Or were you just used to it? Was it weird for you guys?
I just ignored it and just played my game.
Yep.
They're already there. That is such an NFL statement right there.
Yeah, well, I can speak to that a little bit. So when they first asked me if they could film some practice and get some highlights of Liam, I thought he was just going to be out there with his iPhone, getting a couple of videos and getting on Split Pick or whatever it is and putting a few things together. I don't know. And, I didn't know what we had going on here. But next thing I know, they show up this professional equipment and stuff. But they stay very discreet. As far as practice goes, I might glance over every now and then and see them videoing, but 99.9% of the time, I never knew they were there. So, and it was the same thing with the boys. So everything in the film is completely raw. It's just nothing scripted. It's exactly the way it happened.
How did the premiere go?
It was so much fun. We got to screen with the Dallas Mavericks Maniacs film, and some of them came out and were hooting and hollering. And
I have a very good buddy who is a maniac.
Yeah, they are
so
fun. So it was a great time. I think the boys enjoyed seeing themselves, and of course, seeing themselves after a few months of being out of football season. It was like, oh yeah, we forgot all this happened, and
we're gonna do it all over again in about 3 months.
Yeah, we got to start training and get ready for 6th grade.
And takes place in Alito.
That's right.
For people that don't understand the geography of Texas, tell everybody where Alito is.
So Alito is just a little bit west of Fort Worth. It's a small town, but they are known for football, man. Like, it is serious business. The high school team has won the state championship in Texas for 12 years. So there's some big shoes to fill, but obviously you can see that they start them young.
So from where we are, it's about an hour and a half southwest of
right.
where we are in, because we're actually in, for those of you that don't know, we are in what's called Uptown, which is the south side of Dallas, almost to the central side of Dallas. How are you guys thinking of, like, is this the project? Let me try that in English for you. At this point, because you guys are young, is this what you want to pursue? Is this the thing for you right now? Or are there other sports that you play as well?
Yeah, I play a lot of sports. I do track as well, and I love that too.
What about you, my friend?
I play some baseball. I play travel ball. I just really like football and lacrosse. I play soccer and basketball. I really can't choose, but between soccer and football, it's pretty much the same thing to me, and I love them both.
Well, it's football and football.
Yeah, it's football and
basically.
Football and football. That's right.
I'll be honest, I don't play a lot of other sports. I play football. That's about it. I play some esports on the side, but that's about it.
But you know what? See, here's the thing. When I was a kid, that's all old people would say is like, why do you play video games? You'll never be anything to do it. And these kids are making millions of dollars.
It's bananas.
Like, I see a controller now, and I'm like, yep. Got nothing. Yeah. It's too many buttons, man. It's too many buttons. Then there's 12 triggers.
I get very confused. Like, I'll end up like looking up and I'll just spin in circles when I try to play video games. I'm like, this is not how controllers were when I was a kid. Like, I played.
Let me have a little light gun. Let me have a light gun.
I played or Sega Genesis. It was very easy. I had no joystick.
I was a big Genesis guy.
Love it.
Or if I have like pinball, I can do pinball. Pinball's fine. I see people playing like Call of Duty. And I'm like, this looks incredible, but there is no way. But see, I'm a football guy too. Yeah. Life begins in August, ends in early February.
Yeah. Yep. My dad, who's standing over there in that purple shirt, Tarleton, he's repping them. Played football his entire life, and then was blessed to have 3 daughters who did not play football. So being able to kind of share this with my son, and who is his mini me, has been really special.
Do you have any other plans for the film after this festival?
Yeah, so we've submitted the film to a few more festivals that we're waiting to hear back on, and it's really just kind of open to what comes next with this. I think Aledo is a great subject to document and tell a story about how integrated football is into that community. Like Kelsey said, it is basically from the moment these boys can stand up, they're playing football, and it's the reason why they've been so successful. Try that again. We speak English. It's the reason why they've been so successful for so many years is because of the dedication they have in that town. So yeah, we're excited to see where it goes next. Not quite sure though.
Coach, what was it like for you watching the final product up there? Because coaches are always going to be more critical. Period. End of statement. It kind of comes with the territory, but for you to watch that's got to be a whole different level.
Yeah. First thing, I was just hoping I didn't say anything too stupid. So
I call that every day.
Yeah. So, but no, it was really rewarding to watch the whole thing come together. And, because when you're out there just coaching every day, you don't really pay that much attention to how you appear to everybody else on the outside. So it was really nice to see, really kind of how we did, come off towards the boys and the other families and the other coaches I've got, their leadership with the boys. So it was really refreshing and kind of made us feel like that, yeah, we are doing things the right way.
I just got the high sign, so we got to let you guys go have fun and do the things. But before we go, I need more shameless self-promotion. Where can they follow you guys? Websites, social medias, the whole thing. Go.
Yeah, absolutely. You can follow us on our website at sfn-productions.com, on social or sfn.productions, and Facebook is Something From Nothing Productions.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate you.
Bearcats, we're still here. Be on the lookout for it. All these
Go
guys
Bearcats.
are
Appreciate it,
all
brother.
of them.
Thank you.
Yeah, hey, you know what? You can say what you want. As long as you're not cussing, we're good. This is a family show. Thank y'all. We appreciate y'all. This is the Clubhouse Podcast. We are live. Normally every Thursday night, but we said, you know what? We're going to do Saturday this week because we're going to be at the Dallas International Film Festival. It is hopping in here. There were so many people. Mark was like, I'm going to go hang out over here for a minute, but he's back now because he doesn't want to leave me by my lonesome.
I just had that was very cool. You got all of them in here.
That was awesome.
Because I was worried. I was like, how are they all going to fit in here? I think Don is bringing over someone else right now.
All right, I'm going to take a drink of my water while we get on this. Remember, the QR code in that upper right corner is where you can find all the links for everything, whether it's our website, whether it's our social media, where you can get us on Apple Podcasts, you can get us on Spotify, and you can get us on Amazon Music. We have another guest. Got some headphones right there. You can pick a microphone, speak right into it, and tell me who I'm sitting with. He's got to navigate the hat. Okay,
Yeah.
We're good.
All right. Hi, how you doing?
Doing well. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty good. My name is JT Barnett.
Hey, JT, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, of course.
Kind of a crazy night, right? But in a good way, in a really good way.
Absolutely.
Everybody's having fun.
Yeah, we just got out of the screening of The Dead Don't Hurt, and then Dawn grabbed me and brought me here.
All right.
Okay.
I'm not on your sheet. I'm the original producer and director of the show called The Tiger King
Ah,
on Netflix.
yes.
Can we?
You know,
Can I just
think I've
say?
heard of it.
Can I just say on behalf of everybody during COVID, thank you for giving us something to watch.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I shot The Tiger King. I also produced Cheaters here in Dallas with Bobby Goldstein. I've done that for the last 20 years.
And you want to talk about a show that has had legs.
Yes. We're
Like-
in our 23rd season.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I was queuing something up on my DVR the other night, and it started with the end of Cheaters. And I was like, this show is still on. This is amazing. You're doing something like Tiger King, which became, it was a force of nature.
Cultural phenomenon.
Absolute force of nature.
Yes.
As you're filming that, do you have any inkling? Are you like, you know what, this is going to be a thing that's going to be worse? Or did you go like, like this thing's going to be huge?
We actually shot the Tiger King pilot in 2013. Jason Carbone, the creator of The Bachelor, his then company was Good Clean Fun. So I produced and directed the original sizzle reel, which sold the program into pilot in 2013. SAF had their accident at that time, and that canceled the pilot. And like you said, you wouldn't, I knew it was going to be big, and all the great things that are about the show that, Joe is a gay, gun-carrying, polygamous redneck with 200 tigers.
I feel like you've gotten that part of it down because you just said that so fluently.
We crafted those lines back then, and we even called it the Tiger King pilot, but it would take Joe getting set up and the murder for hire conspiracy for it to really come to the forefront. But yeah, 2016, 2017, I was probably deleting footage to make room on hard drives because nobody's gonna watch this crazy zoo show.
Well, and it was almost a perfect storm because you guys hit a lot of firsts.
Yep.
Like this was really the first Netflix documentary, much less a documentary series that just took off.
Yes, definitely. I think it had to do with COVID as well. Everybody was trapped in their homes, and
you gave them something they didn't have
story.
before. It wasn't the 97th rerun of them watching Friends again.
Exactly. What's unfortunate is the narratives that we didn't have creative control over it. About the only facts you can garner from the Tiger King series are, Joe Exotic was set up, and Carol Baskin killed her husband. So other than that, they take a lot of artistic direction, but yeah.
When did you get the first numbers in? Because I want to know about that moment where you looked up and you went, can somebody double check this? Because
to be honest, I was kind of, I was tricked into interviewing with them. Not tricked, but they told me we're making a show about big cat owners. Joe Exotic might be in an episode. Would you be interested in talking to us and showing us some footage? And so I was in Times Square in January of 2020. And if you watch the original Tiger King trailer, about 60 to 70% of what you're watching is stuff that I personally shot, not even stuff I produced.
Oh, wow.
And they have this original trailer playing, and it was playing on every screen. And it was a Times Square takeover. And it was just this trailer with the Netflix logo. And I have no clue what this costs, but I immediately called the executive producer and was like, well, I can't even say which. I don't know.
I think somebody hacked every screen in Times Square. There's something going on right now.
I was like, you said the show might be about big cat owners. Well, it's Joe Exotic. It's called The Tiger King, which was Joe Exotic. The Tiger King was our pilot episode. And then I was like, and then what does this cost for the Times Square takeover?
You buy me a hot dog while I'm down here?
Exactly. But it all ended up working out. And, I still work with Joe to this day. I just got back from Florida. We were, I managed Joe Exotic to this day. And he had a civil trial, won the rights to all of his music back.
That's right.
In federal court. And we had a rally in Pensacola. We had a lot of free Joe Exotic supporters outside the civil courthouse. So it was great,
What would you say is the number one thing about Joe Exotic that people misunderstand or maybe make their own call that they're just completely off about?
People want to call Joe an animal abuser a lot.
Yeah.
And actually that's exactly the opposite. Joe lived on a farm where he took care of 200 big cats, hundreds of other exotic animals. He was to bed after midnight, up before 5 a.m. And there's several misconceptions here. One, you don't amass 200 big cats because you're getting rid of them when they're too large, right? And two, tigers aren't like a dog or another animal that you can abuse. It's a tiger.
Yeah.
So if you abuse or you're rough, you treat these animals bad, they're very intelligent. They're going to remember. And so it's some misconceptions. Joe's in jail for some wildlife charges related to which is actually funny. They charged him with taking an endangered species, which is actually supposed to protect like bald eagles in the wild. Right. So it's a different thing when he's putting down an old sick tiger at his tiger ranch. But yeah, the biggest misconception is that he doesn't like is that he's an animal abuser because, Joe gave up decades of his life taking care and rescuing animals. Yeah. And so that's kind of the opposite, the opposite end of the spectrum.
Yeah.
What was your origin to this whole story?
I worked with, we started shooting Cheaters in '99 with Bobby Goldstein.
Mm-hmm.
And of course I didn't start out a producer, I got coffee. I did everything.
The PA work.
So I was a PA. I did sound, I did camera, and it proved to be an excellent, proving ground. But yeah, I think I'd done that about 10 years and I was venturing out looking for trying to make my own way. And I came across this project in Oklahoma and it was the Tiger King, which was way ahead of its time. Like I said, Now it's very normal to see, oh, it's another, gun carrying polygamous redneck with several husbands and 200 tigers.
That old song.
Yeah, that old song and dance.
Well, the thing that always amazed me about Tiger King is the fact that I had never seen, especially a documentary series, that had the kind of word of mouth to where everybody I knew was talking about it.
Indeed.
I mean, there's no advertising you could have done that would overcome the word of mouth that it was getting just from person to person. It was incredible.
No, absolutely. And the memes it spawned. I got to be honest with you. I think the memes are even superior to the production itself.
Yeah.
They're solid gold, the memes that we got out of it. So.
How was your time on the red carpet? I'm assuming we just pulled you out of that.
Tomorrow.
You're going to walk tomorrow. Okay.
You were at the Dead Don't.
I was at the Dead Don't Hurt.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wanted to see Viggo Mortensen's piece,
Yeah.
It was good. It was good.
Yeah.
I almost said The Dead Don't Die. That's a whole different movie that was out a couple of years ago. The only time I actually shouted something in a theater was at the big moment at the end of that film.
Right.
And I think I broke all the other critics in the room with it because that moment happens. And I was just so frustrated. I was like, get there. We have to be getting to this thing. And then and I'm not going to spoil it if you haven't seen it, but Adam Driver says a line and I went, and there it is. Like I just couldn't help myself. What kind, as a producer, as a filmmaker, because it's another one of my favorite questions to ask people because everybody answers it different. What kind of films that you've seen that are coming down the pike? What are you looking forward to watching?
I was looking forward to watching this Western, which a lot of people call a dying art.
I love Westerns.
I grew up on Westerns from my father, who's, I watched every spaghetti Western. And then you have just masterpieces like that Peckinpah put out. I love The Wild Bunch. And so yeah, Westerns. My friend in fact had called me and it was like, dude, they got the Viggo Mortensen Western. So I was like, oh yeah, that's.
Did you the one that was on Netflix a couple of years ago? The same guy that directed Book of Clarence.
Oh yeah, it's called oh geez.
I own the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Why can't I think of this movie?
Something dead. Something. It's got the word dead in it.
It also has the word dead.
It also has the word dead in it. Yeah, I'm gonna look it up real quick.
I'm looking it up right
since
now.
we brought up Westerns, I have to ask because anytime I get around someone who's a Western fan like me, favorite Westerns that maybe other people don't think about.
No, I'm gonna be very cliche.
Okay.
Favorite Westerns. I would definitely. I already mentioned The Wild Bunch.
Yep.
One of the best ever. I love the turn of the century facts and dealing with
The Harder They Fall.
The Harder They Fall. That's what
I
it
watched
was.
It's pretty good.
I love that film. I bought the soundtrack because it was just I love that mix.
Great.
That mix of like Morricone and like hip hop. And he just did a book called The Book of Clarence earlier this year that I absolutely love.
It's
But I'm a
also.
big Western guy.
Yeah, so we have the Outlaw Josie Wales.
Yes.
We have the Wild Bunch. We have
Sons of Katie Elder.
Even let's move forward some years. Silverado,
So good.
Unforgiven, and what's more recent? I don't know. Django, the remake.
Mhm.
Tarantino's brilliant, of
And he
course.
also did The Hateful Eight.
Oh, the Hateful Eight and Django. I'd rank up there with Peckinpah.
And he did
everybody
us all a favor and put an intermission on it, which I appreciated.
Well, they have
Martin
on Netflix-
Scorsese, I'm talking to you.
They have. I love how it's it's like a 3 or 4 part. Actually, now if you go to watch the Hateful Eight,
I love that movie, and
Yes.
I love that we're seeing. I hate to say the old becomes new,
Mhm.
but I'm also a big whodunit guy, and
Right.
seeing Kenneth Branagh doing the Agatha Christie movies again, which I loved all 3 of them. I think he's a great. And I just watched. I was telling Mark, I saw a documentary the other night on Amazon. It's called Whodunit, 3 words, and it's about the Clue movie. That was Tim Curry,
Yep.
and all those guys that apparently at one point.
Hey, you're getting off track. We're talking Westerns. All right, so Big Hand for the Little Lady is one of my favorites. My Name is Nobody. Like that one?
I'm sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead.
No,
There's photo ops going on.
Oh, that's very cool. No, I actually
Instead
say
of surfing TikTok.
people need to take photos when we're doing this because we don't ever have documentation that we're doing it. But yeah, I love Westerns, and I love seeing the fact that the Western is kind of making a bit of a comeback with Hollywood because it does seem like it was a little stagnant there for a while,
Mhm.
or people just weren't giving them chances, and so I was happy to see that. So you're walking the carpet tomorrow night. Are you?
Tomorrow or Monday? What is today? Saturday.
Today's Saturday. Yeah.
I think it's Monday actually.
Okay, Monday. All right.
Monday.
All right.
Yeah, well, we're happy to have you join us beforehand. What are you most looking forward to as just being here at the festival? What is the best the thing that you're most excited about?
I'm just most excited about having opportunity in Texas for filmmaking. Dallas and Diff are great. You know, the Film Commission's great in relation to production and getting things done, you know, especially in a state that's really lacking.
Yeah, we need better
our state
incentives. Yep,
But
we need better
but
incentives.
I will say this: production in Texas is growing like a weed, and I love it. Like every year we do Diff, it gets a little bigger, and then we're finding more and more projects that are being done here. I agree with the incentives. We actually talked to the new commissioner about a month ago. We had a media event with him, and he recognizes that. And he's working with our state legislature to try to, because we have to be able to compete with California and Vancouver
Georgia,
and North Carolina
Louisiana.
and Georgia. Yeah, because there's so much great, like if you're a location scout alone, like the fact that they filmed The Chosen just on the other side of Fort Worth, like that tells you everything you need to know. Shout out Rachel, my friend Rachel loves that show. Is there anything coming like later this year that you've got right?
Coming.
Oh, see, I don't want to say anything unless you can talk about.
I can't talk about it much, but yeah, I've been shooting with Joe for the last few years, so we've documented his journey even inside, you know, and you know the journey. It chronicles the journey to set him free, as well as what's been going on with him inside, and you know, so there's a new Tiger King. We also have a 23rd season of Cheaters with Peter Guns.
That's just so crazy.
So.
I just got the high sign for you. Before we let you go, tell everybody what they need. We're doing shameless self-promotion. Websites, social media. How can people get in touch with you?
Oh, yeah. If you want to look at my website is jtbarnettfilms.com. That's just like it's spelled, BARNETTFILMS. And most of my social is at JTBarnett45.
We cannot thank you enough. I think
I think the world
on you a little bit on the left side.
The world cannot thank you enough for Tiger King. So thank you for
Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you. JT Barnett.
Thank you very much.
Bet you guys didn't see that coming. That's one thing about Diff. One thing you know about Diff, nothing's for sure. We have some great people joining us. Don's over at the red carpet now. We've already been doing this for almost an hour and 15 minutes. This thing is flying.
Yeah, it's flying. Yeah, we get guests coming in and out, and to the extent of where I'm almost disappointed we don't have longer with them to talk, but it kind of shows you how crazy and exciting things are here at the Dallas International Film Festival. If you actually saw just to our right, the red carpet is going on right now, and there are filmmakers galore. There's so many filmmakers. They're coming in the door. They literally can't fit them on the red carpet. That's how many filmmakers are here. So, yeah, it's a really exciting moment, and I'm glad to be here for it.
Let's talk a little bit about Netflix since we were just talking.
Sure.
They announced this week the cast of Wednesday just keeps growing.
Yeah.
They announced 2 weeks ago that Steve Buscemi's joining as the principal of the school. This week they announced Tandy Newton is going to be on season 2 of Wednesday.
Yeah.
I still haven't watched season 1, but I haven't talked to anybody that didn't like it.
Yeah.
So they've also said that this actually was announced by the producers yesterday. Season 6 of Cobra Kai will be the final season.
Yep.
And they Billy Zabka, did I say that right?
Yeah, William Zabka.
Okay.
Yeah.
He put up a post of a letter from the producers where they basically said, no, we said we were going to go out on our own. We are saying this is the last season we are saying this.
Yeah.
Netflix is not saying this. We are going out on our own terms. So I kind of have no problem with that.
Yeah.
That's another show. I watched the first episode. I liked it. I just haven't gotten back around to it because Lord knows you and I don't have enough to watch.
Yeah, that's true.
Because for those of you that don't know, Mark is also one of our fellow film critics with BigFanboy.com. He does news. He does interviews. As you can tell, he's very good at that because he's been helping me out all night. Don had somebody for us, and then he didn't.
Yeah, I think we have incoming, but I'm not 100% sure.
This is like Don's. This is his thing. Don does such an amazing job getting us guests. I mean, you got us Annabeth Gish.
Well,
he got John Landis to crash.
And while you were talking to the Still Here crew, I actually had a little chat with Annabeth outside. And there's a chance she may pop back in.
Oh, cool. That'd be awesome.
So we'll see. But we got some more coming in right now.
There we go. We did have John Landis take over the podcast a few years ago. It's pretty awesome. Y'all come on in. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Come on all the way down. I don't know how many people we got.
Yes, we've got 4, but 3.
It's like they're playing rock, paper, scissors of who has to sit down with me.
We can squeeze in.
I don't know how I feel about that. Okay. If you won, then I feel better.
Yep.
All right, Mark's going to step out. You don't have to share it. I guess, are we sharing seats or not? I don't know what's going on.
I think there's one. We're gonna share.
I never know what's going on in this podcast.
Oh, we can share a seat.
Okay, if that's what y'all need to do, I mean, I can stand up too. All right, so let's just go down the line. Tell us who you are.
Hello, I'm Amberly Colson. I'm a co-director, co-star of Playdate.
I'm Laura Campbell. I'm a co-star, co-director of Playdate. I'm Kelly Saul. I'm the editor of Playdate.
I'm Tracy Lehman. I'm one of the producers of Playdate.
Okay, so I don't have this one on my list. So I need you guys to tell me about this film.
Fantastic. Gladly. It's a short film. It is about two mothers who reunite on the year anniversary of a tragic school shooting in which one of their daughters survived and the other one did not. And the film is a glimpse into them forging this unexpected connection and going on a bit of a surprising reenactment of one of their daughter's last playdates.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Has it shown yet or will it be
This is the
shown?
world premiere tonight at 8
Tonight?
p.m.
Oh, tonight, like
Violet Crown.
in 45
Auditorium
minutes.
2. Yes.
Okay, so then I got to ask the question.
And tomorrow. And it screens tomorrow at 1:15.
But tonight's the premiere.
Tonight's the premiere.
How you feeling?
World premiere.
How you feeling?
This is
so
so
excited.
excited. Audience that we're gonna watch it.
Oh,
I think I'm so excited. I feel very emotional, honestly.
get right up on that thing because they can't hear you otherwise.
Oh, this one? Okay.
Whichever one you want.
Oh,
This is America. You have choices.
I feel super emotional about it because it's been a long journey to get this to fruition. And I'm just so honored to be here and honored to have an audience and to have our team recognized. I'm very excited and emotional. Yeah.
And I'm assuming you just got off the red carpet. How was that experience for y'all?
Man, they're supportive here.
Yeah.
Dallas.
That's what we do. That's what we do. Southern hospitality, my friend.
Supportive. And well informed and very astute emotional questions. Oh, yeah. Loved it. They're all amazing. Yeah.
Are you doing Q&As for both screens?
Mhm,
Because
yes.
I mean, tonight's got to be a given.
Yeah. And tomorrow as well. Yeah,
Are
we'll
you
have-
going to be able to watch the film in there? Because that's always the big thing. It's like, I've seen this thing 1,000 times, but now I got a room full of strangers. I mean, that's like
I
different.
want
That's
to
next
stand
level.
on the side so I can like squat when I need to or cover my eyes or like shrink.
I'm so excited to see it again. It's been like a few months since I've seen it. Yeah. And it'll be nice to see it with an audience.
Oh my God.
We've never seen it with an audience.
I'm
so
hoping people cry. I was thinking, like, can I sit in front and just watch to see people cry?
Yeah.
Have you seen it in a theater?
Never.
No. That's I mean,
no.
Yeah.
I haven't. I
seen
didn't know
it
if you
on
had.
the
Yeah.
And you've got a beautiful one right behind us.
Oh,
The
gorgeous.
Violet Crown's a beautiful facility.
Yeah.
And this is, I mean, we're here every year. So this is actually our 10th year. Actually, our 11th week. Well, I got to do math because I don't think we did one during the pandemic. So technically 10. So, and we've been able to watch this festival grow and every year. And it's always one of our favorite shows to do, especially when we have people come to town that are like, we want to world premiere our movie at your festival. What about Dallas brought you here? Besides, I mean, of course the movie did, but
This one down here.
I'm a Texas native, and I know James Faust. I've screened my personal.
Faust
shorts
is my
here.
dude.
Yeah.
That's my dude.
Yeah, he's the best.
That is
He's
my
the
dude.
best. And I said, you got to take a look at this. I helped produce it. These women are amazing. They're not only acting it, they direct it. They're just incredible. And he knows what's up. So he.
Yeah, no, Faust,
Tracy,
he knows a few things.
As they said, has screened here how many times? 3 times?
Yeah, 3 different. I actually
Short
screened it
films.
Deep Ellum, AFI, and Dallas International Film. So 3.
Which, for those of you that don't know, those are all 3 titles of the evolution of this festival. Literally. Yeah.
That's how old I am. I've been.
No, that's how talented
You don't have to
are.
talk to me about old. Okay. I just hit half a century. So this is like, I tell these kids, you turn 30, the warranty goes out. You turn 40, the wheels fall off.
Oh, yeah.
I just turned 50. I don't know what's going on at this point.
We're here for you.
I told my wife last night, I was like, I did the math the other day. A couple more years, we'll have been together longer than we weren't.
Whoa.
And she looked at me and she's like, don't tell me those things.
Who
I'm
am
like,
I?
no, somebody has to hear them because I need them out of my head.
So funny.
But so you got to see the growth of the festival too.
Yeah.
Talk about like this year versus some of the other ones you've been to.
Gosh, I mean, it just seems
Get right
it's
up on
just
that
getting
thing.
bigger and bigger.
Get right up on that thing.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're
Hi,
good.
hello.
'Cause I wanna make sure everybody can hear you.
Yeah. Hi, everybody.
You got video going too. So.
I just every year it seems to get bigger and better, and they were saying the questions are curated, people care, I think it's found its groove, I'm really excited to be back. Is that I want to make sure I heard the question right.
Yeah, you've seen the growth of the festival.
Yeah, like evolution.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just a
Yeah.
shout out to Tracy. Now she's on this year, just last month.
Yeah.
Won the grand jury prize and the audience award at South by Southwest for her first feature film.
Yeah.
Which
And-
was?
Bob Trevino likes it.
Okay. Because
And-
we're
and-
all about shameless self-promotion.
Yeah.
Like this show was founded on that.
I mean,
So
Yeah, and you know, I wish I could also be here with that. It's a longer road for that one, but I am so grateful to Dallas International Film Festival because my feature would never have happened without people like Dallas promoting my shorts, you know, doing interviews like this and supporting filmmakers like these. So yeah, this festival is near and dear to my heart forever.
as filmmakers, as people in film, who inspires you? It's one of my favorite things to ask filmmakers. Not necessarily influence, but who inspires you? Who do you watch and go, they get it right?
Milos Forman is a big one for me. Milos Forman, also Albert Brooks. I have a weird sense of humor.
Oh,
so.
I love him.
Yeah.
Such a fan.
Celine Sciamma, I really enjoy Portrait of a Lady on Fire. And Yorgos Lanthimos, I think the creativity in that is just
Boy, that film hit and he was like, hey, my next one's ready. It was like, whoa,
I know.
give me a minute
Prolific.
to breathe, Yorgos.
Prolific.
I just got the high signs, so we have to let you guys go. But before we go, more shameless self-promotion. Where can people get in touch with you, the film, the websites, the social media, all of the things?
Yeah, you can follow us on Instagram, Playdate the Film, and we have a website, Playdate the Film, and at Laura E.A. Campbell,
at Amberly _Colson. Tracy.
I'm at Tracy Lehman Films.
I'm very excited for you guys.
Thank you so
Thank
Have a
you
much.
so
great
much.
night.
Thank you.
Playdate is the film. It starts in 39 minutes.
Oh
Look at that public school math right there.
We're not
Right there.
nervous.
See, so
Right
much
there.
math on this
I
podcast.
know. I hate math, which is the worst part. Thank you guys so
Thank
much.
you. Thank
Enjoy
you.
the
Thank you.
festival. The
Thank you
Clubhouse
so much.
podcast is live at the Dallas International Film Festival. You guys are good.
Oh.
Yeah, you guys are good. They told me you guys have to go.
Oh.
So I can
Thank
keep you.
you.
You can stay
We
here
could
all
do
night
this
as far
all
as I'm
night,
concerned.
yeah.
But when they tell me you got to go, like, no, thank y'all. Make sure you hit that QR code on that upper right corner. This one right here. Get you everything you need to know. Social media, websites. Make sure you can get the audio for this now on Apple Podcasts. You can get this on Spotify. You can get this on Amazon Music. We're doing things on this show. It only took us, we're only in season 14. You think we'd have that down by now? We got more people coming. Come on in, y'all. We got seats. We have 2 headsets of headphones between us, unfortunately.
All right.
All right, tell us who you are.
Martin, you got to lead this one. My name is Martin Eden. This is Ian McNenny.
Yes.
This is Joe Morales.
Hello.
And we won the screenplay competition.
Okay.
We had a reading this morning.
Oh, you had like a live reading?
Live reading
Yeah.
in the theater.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
Cool.
awesome. Yeah,
Well,
it was
tell us about the screenplay.
So it's based on the myth of Olivia Maybell. So if you know that, if you've heard of that, go on your phones, Google her. I'd encourage you to Google the name Olivia Maybell. And you'll see she's had millions of search results. There's 8.5 million YouTube videos on this. There's TikTok, there's podcasts. Reddit boards. Everybody talking about this mystery of this woman from Salina, Texas. It's a local story.
Just north of where I live. So I know where Salina is. Yeah.
So a woman from Salina, Texas, who was found mysteriously dead in a ranch house in front of a weird kind of occult altar to her son. And the myth is that her son died on a pond, and she resurrected her son through some occult magic, and whatever she brought back killed her.
So that won the screenplay competition. You had a live reading this morning in the theater.
Yes.
Did you guys get to pick who did the reading, or
no?
So the festival picked your readers.
There was an
How
acting
did that work?
studio.
Oh.
A lady called Michelle Sherrill.
Okay.
Sherrill Acting Studio, obviously affiliated with the event. She directed it, and she must have cast it. I don't know who cast it, but I'll tell you what, she did a great job.
Yeah. What was it like watching a live reading of that screenplay? Because you don't have visuals on a screen. It's people sitting at a table reading the
Right,
dialogue.
right, yeah,
like,
yeah.
What was that experience like?
It's good because you can feel the energy. You know what I mean? And some of the actors were absolutely brilliant. You know, they really nailed it. And it's just great to see this thing that's lived in my head, you know, for like a year, to hear somebody now saying the words and embodying the characters and being that person. It's a great experience.
Yeah. What's next for it? They're already giving me the high sign, so I gotta hurry. I gotta get everything in quickly.
Next is a movie. We're planning a movie. We are in development currently.
Cool. Where can people get a hold of you guys? I'm so sorry that they've already given me the 2 minutes.
elftreemedia.com.
elftreemedia.com.
Yeah,
Like ELF?
ELFTREE media.com.
Yeah.
And they can sign up, contact us, and we'll get back to everybody with updates.
Any other social medias you want to plug?
Not at the minute, but I would just Google Olivia Maybell.
Is that
Yeah.
Maybel?
Mabel.
Okay.
And if
Olivia
people want to start following a social media, we have Olivia Maybell movie on Instagram.
Perfect.
But it's not pollinated yet with anything, but it will be.
It will be. Yeah. Get it on the ground floor.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, thank you so much. I'm so
Thank
sorry.
you.
We're
No,
blowing and going.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Food going. Oh.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for stopping by. The Clubhouse Podcast live from the Dallas International Festival. What's going on? Their wives are waiting on them. You sat them down. Don't tell me their wives are waiting on them from dinner. I'm like, bro, you sat them down. I'm just saying. Y'all come on in. Come on all the way down. I don't bite unless provoked. Welcome. How are you? Speak right into that thing. Tell everybody who you are.
Hi, my name is Alonso Alvarez Barreda, and I'm a writer-director of the movie The Wing Walker.
Ah, yes. And who else do I have?
Hey, how's it going? I'm Max Arciniega. I'm a co-writer, co-star, and executive producer of The Wing Walker.
Hi, how
Stuck
are you?
right into that thing. Right into it. Right into it.
Hi, how are you? I'm
Very-
Leslie Garza, and I have a supporting role in the movie, and also my daughter is playing Julian's daughter, which is a co-star.
Okay. Tell us about the film because I'm trying to find it through here. There we go.
The film tells the story of a young widower who gets deported 2 weeks before his daughter's heart transplant.
Oh,
So it's
wow.
a very light comedy.
I'm trying again. A lot of math in tonight's show. I'm not sure that's where we're gonna. So I've got different perspectives here. What brought you guys to this film?
Well, initially, Alonso and I met in LA about 15 years ago, became best friends. We had very similar tastes in movies. I was a working actor. He was a director. And it was one of those, moments of like, let's create our own opportunities. So we got together. He had an apartment in Hollywood and we started writing the movie. And took about 10 years now to see it on the screen. So it was that old tale of how long it takes, how difficult it is to get a movie funded. So we're excited it got done and we're here and we're really excited about it.
Has it happened yet, or is it going to happen? I don't have the schedule on me.
Well, the good news is that it screens here at the Dallas International Film Festival tomorrow at 3:15 p.m.
Tomorrow, 3:15, right behind us here at the
behind us.
Divided Crown.
Yeah,
Yes.
so we're excited about that.
How many times has you shown it?
2 times prior to this, we were the opening film at the Chicago Latino Film Festival, and we
Nice.
had 2 screenings there. Yeah. Sold out screenings.
Are you? Of course. I feel like that goes without
Don't
saying.
forget about that.
Say something.
Put the sold out at the end of it.
Yeah.
Are the same butterflies still there?
Oh, yeah. It's a great story. For us, we fall in love with the script and the messages, the story. It's just, every time, because I watch it twice. So I thought, maybe the second time is going to be, as you said, not as exciting. But I found different perspective, different things. So it's amazing.
And is also having a different audience, does that affect you too?
Oh, yeah,
because
definitely.
you're wondering if they're going to see the same beats at a previous
Yeah.
how can you separate yourself from it, or can you just sit down and enjoy the film? Because that's one thing I love to talk to filmmakers about, is about that process. Like I have filmmakers that are like, I can't watch the film because I see all the things that nobody else sees. Or can you just sit there and enjoy the art for what it is?
Personally, I get to enjoy it. I really do. I think the first screening at the other festival, I sat there without any other hat other than just an audience hat on, and I experienced it in a completely different way. It was so much more impactful than sitting, in the editing or seeing a version of the movie on a smaller screen. So I'm able to separate myself in that way. I'm happy about that because, any work that I do, I'm able to see it from a completely practical way and, enjoy it or not enjoy it, depending on the movie.
Yeah, that's a question for Alonso.
That might have just spoken volumes, right?
No, I mean,
Look, honestly, even taking the filmmaker hat, you get a different hat. You're like looking at the screen. Is it bright enough? Is it dark enough? If the sound was all right, if it wasn't, then yeah, it's a little bit of a torture for me to watch the movie. But honestly, the first time I mean, I've seen it over 100 times.
Oh, I'm sure by now.
But when we saw it at the festival in the theater, I still got the hat on, but I've never experienced it with an audience before, and it truly was like people were watching a soccer game or something. And I think the reactions to me, I was just validating stuff in my head. Like I thought that was nobody was gonna laugh about that, but they were laughing about it. And so I think for the briefest of like moments, I let loose, and then I went back in it. It was a very visceral thing for me, but I surely look at everything, and I remember what parts I didn't think they were loud enough and stuff like that. But I'm very looking forward to looking at it tomorrow because it will be my second time with an audience.
You talked about perspective.
Yes.
When you watch it with different audiences, does that change your perspective too? Because maybe they caught a beat that maybe you didn't, or they didn't catch a beat you were hoping they would catch. Does that change your perspective?
Most definitely. Yeah, exactly. And also I was surprised because on the opening night, at the end, we had some standing ovation. It wasn't a full theater, but some people just standing up and applauding. It was so touching. And as you said, on that second one, then you caught some people laughing at some other points, or crying, or tearing up, or doing something different, and it's just beautiful.
How's this particular festival been for you guys?
We actually just got here today.
Oh wow!
Yeah, but
well, it's only night 3, so you got plenty of time.
So far, so good. Everyone's been very lovely. The accommodations are amazing. This is a great city, so just being here is really fun.
The weather held out a little bit. That was the big thing going in. It's like I'm looking at my weather app, like please don't rain, please don't rain, please don't rain, please.
I love this weather.
Well, more often than not, we're outside.
But it was a tornado, warning.
Well, that's
so
this season.
My friend was like, I don't know if we're gonna go. Like, we have to go.
Yeah, we saw the weather app, and I was like, hopefully they don't cancel the flight.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's really sad.
That's why I just road trip anymore.
Oh, got it.
Because that way, yeah. Well, especially like if we're taking the podcast on the road, because I got to haul the gear. I don't want to deal with all of that.
Sense.
And like if I'm going to Austin, it would take me longer to go to the airport, get through everything, get to Austin, get off the plane. It's a 3-hour drive. It's easy, and it's all highway, so it's easy.
But I got to say that this festival, it feels like different. Every festival is different, and this one is just another feeling, and I like it, and I'm very thankful. So thank you for having us.
Thank you for being here. And I just got the high sign that we got to let you guys go, but before we do, we always end our time together what we call shameless self-promotion. So look right into that camera, tell everybody where can they get a hold of the film, follow you on social media, the website's everything.
Yeah, so we have our official page, The Wing Walker Film, on Instagram. You'll get all the information there of what festivals are coming up, and when we're going to distribute the film in theaters, which is hopefully at the end of the September here in the United States, and we open in Mexico in October.
It's called The Wing Walker. It plays tomorrow at
3:15.
Right here at the Violet Crown. It's on the other side of this wall. You can't see it, but it's there, I promise. Thank you guys so much for stopping down. Thank you. Have a great screening tomorrow. Looking forward to hearing all about it.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Oh, y'all have a great evening. Thank you
Right.
so much. We appreciate the time.
The Wing Walker, guys. The Wing Walker.
I want to watch it. I've actually booked tomorrow, but I'm going to see if I can get a screener link for it.
so much.
No, thank you for sitting down. This is the Clubhouse Podcast. We are your one-stop shop for all things sports, entertainment, pop culture, normally pro wrestling, but we're putting that to the side tonight because it is, there's Mark bringing us the Deer Camp 86 poster. Look at this piece of artwork right here.
I just want to point out, I just talked to the more of the crew from Deer Camp 86, and they were pointing out that this poster was actually produced by the same people that are doing a lot of the Disney posters now, and like the poster for Napoleon. I'm not really sure what the company name is, but there's a reason why I said this is my favorite poster of the festival so far. So,
I mean, it captures everything mid-'80s.
Yeah.
It's got that grainy look to it, and there's the truck.
Yeah,
there's the truck that they named the film after.
We have a little special guest that's going to come in here and talk to us real quick.
I have said 1,000,000 times. I will say 1,000,000 more.
Go one more? Yeah, one more.
There are 2 people in the history of this show that if we do not have those 2 people, this show is not what it is. One of them is the very departed Gary Murray.
Yes.
The other one is on the other side of Mark from where I am. Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Can
I do it? Can I do it?
You can do
Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, the wonderful, the incomparable Kelly Kitchens.
Hello, my friend. Get up on that microphone. You know how this works. And we're going to see you in a couple of weeks, right? Real Owl's coming up.
Yes, it will.
We're 3 weeks
yes.
away from the Real Owl Film Festival.
Oh my goodness! You know, it's one thing right after the other.
It's our busy season. It's how's the show been going for you?
Oh, it's been going so great. So I did the publicity for Water Wars. And you had Philip Guitar on
Yes,
earlier.
we did. Philip was really nice.
Yeah.
A lot of energy. I love
I like that guy.
So I mean, my gosh, this film is okay. So a city girl right here does not pay attention to what is underneath the land that we live on, and this. I mean, these ranches and farms in deep West Texas have a huge aquifer underneath them, and oh my gosh, who does that belong to? It is amazing. I really learned so much.
And he said it went really, really well. So it's good. And I don't know.
Talk about the perfect festival to premiere it at.
Yeah,
I mean,
no
my
kidding.
God.
Well, and you know, it was the first film that was sold out at DIF.
Is that right? Congratulations.
You're welcome.
Well, and I
great.
don't know if you caught it in the beginning, Kelly.
What?
But I'm the guy that every day I look at my memories thread on Facebook.
Yeah, yeah.
It was 10 years ago last week we did this festival for the first time.
Really?
Uh-huh. 10 years ago.
And that was at the Angelica, and they had that Chicago Pizza original building there.
Yep.
And you had Glenn Morshower.
Oh,
you were
Yeah, but we barely missed him.
Yeah,
we were 2 ships past. But I mean, I met him years later. He was on the show. He was on the. He was
You'll
on the.
never see him around here again.
He was.
Never.
We did have him on. We did have him on the year for Bomb City.
Yeah.
Which I'm
okay.
glad
Okay.
because
Oh, yeah.
Don and I very rarely agree on film. For both of us, that was our favorite film of the year.
Oh,
that
that's
year.
so cool.
Yeah. Bomb City was.
2017-ish.
That sounds about right.
18-ish?
I want to say, yeah, maybe even 2016.
Because that was the same. That was
for you.
that
It
was
was
the
a-
same
what-
year.
top tie.
That was the same year as Leah Thompson.
Oh yeah.
Because we had him on one week and we had her on the following week.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, that was a
That's so
crazy year.
cool.
I actually
Well,
saw the Bomb City car. It's all over
Our whole
Rockwall.
film
It shows
festival
up-
family is over here. This is so
Yes.
sweet. We're getting to see
Yes.
everybody, and they're trying to pull Kelly away.
Yes.
Because that's how it works at a film
Say,
festival.
it wouldn't be the first time Mark's here too. I haven't seen Mark in forever in a day.
Yeah, Mark's here. Everybody's here. The whole family's
My
here.
family. Yes. Yes.
It's so important to point these people out. Wendy Goldman right here in front of us.
Goldman,
Because if
love
it wasn't for these people,
Yeah.
none of this would be possible.
And Wendy
so
runs
you
the red
guys do
carpet.
such an amazing-
She lets me
Wendy's an
actually get guests
amazing-
at the end.
Amazing
And
person.
She makes it
They
happen.
took you guys took a huge gamble on a bunch of schlubs.
Yeah,
a decade
schlubs, I'm a
ago.
schlub.
And you know, it's 2012 when you did Video Fest.
That was the first one, the very first one.
The goat at the
Yes.
Alamo Richardson.
He's not referring to us. He's referring to there was literally a video screen with a goat on it. He's not. That's not an ego thing. We're not the goat.
And that was the City of Hate screening. Was the
I think you
big
saw
centerpiece.
that one because the second year was
No,
the second year of
2013.
the second year of Video Fest was when we watched the Rolling Stones thing.
Yeah, oh,
that was cool.
so cool.
I think Wendy's over here to tell us we're fired. Okay. Thank you, Wendy.
We'll be there.
That's the story of my life.
They're all heading over to the screening because the screening's starting right now for
Lots of them.
for Ride, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, there's a lot of people heading over there right
Oh,
this
boy.
minute.
And Kelly
What a
just-
great crew of people tonight.
was a great.
Yeah.
Don was on fire, bro.
Oh, we were busy tonight. We got going though.
I don't know that we've ever squeezed that many guests into an hour and a half.
Hey, do we want to do the crate in 5 minutes with Mark here or not?
Yes, let's do it. Bring it to me, Mark. This is
Mark?
a very
My
important
Mark or
moment.
your Mark?
No, with this Mark.
Okay.
So
What is
once a quarter, Don gets this. This is the AEW All Elite crate. This is one of those things it's a subscription thing,
Okay.
and they send you stuff. Now
Ah.
Alex is not here tonight.
But if there's something that we think Alex is like, we will hold.
Well,
But yeah.
this is how it'll work.
Yeah. Okay.
Screw that guy. He ain't here.
Yeah.
This is how it'll work.
We are.
You'll see, and I'll show this on camera. The box is still sealed.
This is a well-oiled machine.
So Don, no, the reason I say that is that Don doesn't even know what's in the crate.
Yep.
We don't, because when they send it, they don't tell you
Yeah.
ahead of time.
Oh, it's just a big surprise.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
I love surprises.
So I will open the crate, and I'm going to move my keyboard over here because this is very important. No one will see what's in the crate before me.
Okay.
What we will do, because Mark, you are our guest.
Yep.
you will have first rights to refusal.
Oh, isn't that
It's like a white elephant gift.
If you pass, it goes to Don.
Okay.
Or
If
Kelly.
Don, I don't think Kelly's going to want to.
Okay. Just in case.
If Don passes, then we will make the decision whether it's something we think Alex will want, and if Alex doesn't want it, it falls to me.
Okay.
Now,
There's always two shirts.
There's
in
two
the
shirts.
crate.
Yeah.
Always two shirts in the crate.
Am I supposed to look or no?
not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
So the first shirt is part of the reason I hate going last,
Oh, because you wanted.
because it is my leader.
Oh my God. Ew.
Am I supposed to look or no?
You look now.
You can look now.
Oh.
It is Sting.
Okay.
Mark,
Yes.
are you interested?
No.
Pass to Rob. I'm
Okay.
taking it and giving to you.
That is one of
We
the
all
most-
know you want it, Rob.
No, that's
but
the Sting.
But I'm okay if somebody else takes something. The other shirt.
So it is a white.
That is a
elephant
cool
gift.
Sting.
It's a very
white
much a
elephant
white
gift,
elephant.
yeah.
gift.
So there is a person in AEW who has one of the greatest gimmicks I've seen in years.
Okay.
This will give it away to people that watch. She is your current women's champion.
Oh.
Now, Kelly, I believe this could be your favorite wrestler.
What?
Oh, yes, it would.
Her
My-
name is Timeless Tony Storm.
Timeless.
Yeah.
Tony
She's the
Storm.
pro
Let
wrestler.
me-
that-
let
okay,
me-
go
let
ahead.
me- I'm hosting the show.
I can already tell you I don't want it.
Her gimmick is she is basically Norma Desmond. And whenever she's on
Oh.
camera, everything turns black and white. And it's her whole bit. It is one of the most brilliant gimmicks I've seen in years.
I love that you pulled in a classic film reference right
Yes.
there for me.
And even when she's on screen with somebody else, half the screen's black and white and the other half is color.
Yeah.
It's absolutely
Oh.
brilliant.
Oh,
And I
that's-
think you
that's really
and she does the whole Norma Desmond style of delivery.
Oh.
And the butler. She has a butler.
She has a butler.
She has a butler.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Is this Cecil B. DeMille?
I'm sure Luther would like to be. Mark,
I don't want it.
Don,
I'll pass the
does Kelly want the shirt?
Go for it. Why
You know I don't wear t-shirts.
Okay.
So
I will save this for Alex just in case.
Okay.
All right. Those are all the shirts. We also have we have a lot of stuff in here. We have a DVD in this one, Don.
Oh boy.
This one is the
Hi,
Kenny
hi.
Omega pay-per-view
Ooh.
collection. Mark's like, don't know who that is. Don?
Is he the guy that made?
Forward loves Kenny
Is
Omega.
he the guy that made the Michael Jackson music concert film? Oh no, wait, that's
No.
Kenny Ortega. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Fantastic Faith Forward
I'm
loves
sorry.
Kenny Omega.
I'm very confused by one of the items in here. Oh, I know what this is.
Okay.
We have a metal straw
Okay.
so that you can drink your Jamie Hader Haterade, who has been off television for like 6 months. I don't like steel straws, so don't feel like you have to save it for me. All right, well, hold on to it forever. We do
I have
have
a feeling you're going to hold on to a lot of that forever.
Yeah.
Oh, one of them I know we're holding on for him.
For Alex.
Yes, and I'll get
Okay.
to it in a minute. We have a mystery brawler, Don.
Okay.
Do you want it?
I'll pass.
All right.
Why don't we
Should,
open
should
it on
we
air?
open it?
What is
These
in
are
it?
this.
So
this
it's a
is-
blind pack.
Yeah,
Is it a
it's-
blind pack?
Yeah, it's a blind pack. We don't know what's in it. It could be one of 6 different
Oh.
things.
Okay, interesting.
Why don't we open it on
So,
air and see who?
It doesn't have a. We'd have to have scissors.
Would
We'll just
that
we'll,
be-
we'll do it next week.
Would
Or
that
Mark will do
be
it.
would that be giving it away for somebody who might be waiting for it?
No, Mark's gonna do it.
So-
Let's see. The pin, Don. Dark Order.
You like the pins? I'll
All right,
pass.
I'll keep the pins.
Hey, Mark,
The sticker, I am going to say Alex will love, and you know how much I like the decals. But this is Will Ospreay, and it says "bruv."
Oh gosh. Okay.
That's his bit because he's British.
Oh,
Okay.
oh,
So he
oh,
refers to
oh.
every day as, okay, I'm gonna wrestle you, bruv.
Oh, I thought it was a combo of bro and love.
So the
Guess not.
is that supposed to be Christian Cage? Look on the back. I think it is.
Oh,
Okay.
is that a cracker,
Yeah, it's Christian
cracker
Cage.
Jack's box
Okay.
treat?
Not
All right.
I don't know what it is, but I don't want
actually,
it. I don't want
okay
it.
if we save this for Alex.
because I like Offspray.
Okay.
That one I do.
All right. Pass that over to Don.
Okay.
We have the actual micro brawler is one Prince Nana.
What is that? Let
He
me
is a
see.
manager.
Oh.
He manages the current AEW World Champion Swerve Strickland. That happened Sunday.
I got to tell you, I was having a really good time up until right about now.
I know, right?
That's why I'm burning through this. Calm down, Captain.
It's all downhill from there.
It's all been all downhill
Yeah.
since 6 o'clock.
I like the Nana.
Okay. All right. We'll put that to you.
Okay.
Let's see. We have a poster. I don't know what the poster is. Oh, it's Orange Cassidy. I think you would like Orange Cassidy, Mark. His
you
whole
thought
bit,
wrong.
his whole bit
That looks like it
is
came
he does a
from-
comedy bit where, like, when they introduce him, he's like, from
Wherever.
weighing whatever.
I thought you were burning through this.
I am burning through
All
this.
right.
He is burning through
There's
it.
only one more item.
Burn
I'll credit.
faster.
I'll pass. I know you like
Burn
Cassidy.
faster.
I know you like
Burn
Cassidy.
faster. Right.
The award for rudest guest we've ever had on the podcast.
You did say it was an hour and a half. It has now been longer than an
the
hour and a half. I just want to
The
point that out.
autograph, the last item. Autograph is Evil Uno.
I'll pass.
All right.
I'll take it.
All right. Okay, take it.
I just like autographs.
I know. That's Evil. He's great. He's a good Twitter follow because everything's in third person and it's
Evil.
hilarious.
Evil what?
Evil Uno.
Uno.
Yes.
Evil Uno, like the number one.
Well, there you go.
He used to be in a tag team called the Super Smash Brothers where he was player one. And then Nintendo was like, hey, probably don't do that.
Good night, everybody.
But
All right. So
Kelly, we love
also-
you. Thanks for coming
but
on.
We also want to mention Kelly just got back from the TCM festival.
Yay!
How many years have you guys done
How
that
many
now?
years in a row?
15.
Wow.
Years. We've been going 15.
I am
since-
so jealous.
since Ju-
No, I am seriously.
How many?
April 2010.
What was the highlight this year for you?
Oh my gosh. Okay. So the highlight, you guys would all love this, was, well, several things, but the one I can think of off the top of my head is, I'm sure I don't have to say, do you know who Ben Burt is?
Oh my God, really?
Do you know who?
Do you know who you're sitting around?
Craig Barron is.
Who, Craig Barron? I know the
Craig
name. Why do I know the
Barron.
name?
Okay. So Ben Burt, he is a
Sound designer for
sound
Lucasfilm, Academy Award winner.
He's done a
Academy
couple
Award
things.
winner,
He created the
and-
sound of the lightsaber and the TIE fighter and all that stuff.
Yes, and
Yeah.
Darth Vader.
He's the voice of
and
Wally.
He's
Yeah.
and and so him and Craig Barron, they're friends, and Craig is a visual effects guy. So what they do is they do these archaeological digs, basically, where they go in and they look for things. They look for behind the scenes footage. They look for ways that they can bring out what the sound effects and the visual effects are in a particular film. This film that they chose for this year, Them.
Oh no! Kidding.
Oh,
I love
wow.
that movie.
Yes.
Oh my God.
So they had behind the scenes footage of the ants, and they were
Oh
and
my
8
God.
8 feet to 12 feet long ants.
For those of you that don't know, Them is a classic
It's a giant killer
horror.
ant
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah. 1956.
3, 56, 54, 55. Wait,
Right,
56,
right around there.
56,
right.
I think.
53. Mark said.
Yeah. Oh no, 53. Okay. I was right the
and-
first time.
yeah, good
Oh,
job.
I don't know.
Anyway, so yeah, they do a deep dives. They also brought in the little girl at the beginning, who was 5 at the time. She's
Yeah.
now 70 something, and she had her mother took behind the scenes Super 8.
Oh
video,
no way! That's great.
Video film, and so they showed that. Oh my gosh, it was so cool.
So I'm sure this was probably one of the first things they talked about, the sound effect when the ants would show up.
Yes.
What was that?
What was that, Mark? Yeah, it was a compilation.
Mark's like, I was not told I'd be fielding questions tonight.
I was told there would be no math.
Oh no, we've had plenty of math tonight.
Well, but we have seen. Okay, so we saw them do the Adventures of Robin Hood.
Okay, yeah.
1938. And,
Is that Errol Flynn?
And,
Yep.
Yes, Errol Flynn. And what they did, oh my gosh, was they went. So Ben and his team went to a bunch of different places and shot off arrows
Yeah.
to see where they got the sound for the arrows. And he found it in
Wow.
a canyon, and he was like able to reproduce it. Oh my God, it was amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, these guys, I want to bring them to town so bad. I want to bring them to town. I'd love to bring them to town
bring
for
them to town?
my film festival, which is it came from Texas Film Festival
In September?
September 13th, 14th, and 15th. But they won't be. They won't come for that.
And we'll
one.
have them
But-
sit down.
but
We'll have them sit down with us.
That would be awesome.
I would be awesome.
That
I'm
would
here
be
for it.
awesome. Anyway, so yeah, that was probably our top.
The
one.
calls of the bird voice. Oh, I lost it.
But
know what
we
happened.
also love the presentations. The Vitaphone presentation was amazing, where they had film and the old Vitaphones, and they synced them up.
So how did
we
they
were
make the
watching
ant
them.
sound in them? The calls of the bird voice tree frogs mixed together with
Yes,
the calls
tree
of a
frogs.
wood thrush, hooded warbler, and red-bellied woodpecker.
Yes, that tree frog.
Like you do.
God
was-
bless the magic box.
I know, isn't that amazing? Anyway, so so live accompaniment with silent films with Ben Modell, who's one of
Oh,
our friends.
They may be looking for their poster. We have their poster.
Oh.
Hey guys, we have your poster.
Mark stole your poster.
We were using your.
Mark stole it.
We were using your poster for the podcast. I apologize. Hey, it's extra promotion.
And now criminal charges.
Anyway, so yeah, we love things you can only see at film festivals.
Yes,
that's why we're here.
So, I mean,
Well, and finding out how they make movies. I'm never not fascinated about.
oh
that.
yeah. And Mark and I met at a film festival. We met at the last Deep
Yeah,
Ellum
Kelly's
Film
husband
Festival.
Mark is just off camera over here. Very nice man.
Who we have also had on the show many times.
And so we met at the last Deep Ellum Film Festival. And so I always say that his vows were to love, honor, and volunteer because of course he does.
Does she have that written in, Mark? He says yes. She had that written into the vows.
Because he was my volunteer. And I'm sorry. Deep Ellum Film Festival then became AFI Dallas,
Mhm.
which then became Dallas International Film
Mhm.
Festival, which is where we're at
Yeah.
today.
I was telling Rob I go back to those Deep Ellum days, and I never felt like I always felt welcome.
Yes.
That's the one thing about this festival. You always feel like you're really welcome. Like they
Yes.
want you here.
Yes.
You matter here.
Yes.
You're not just another number on the list.
Right.
Everybody matters. Everybody gets their moment to shine, and I love that about TIFF.
Yeah,
So, and they're not paying me. I'm just saying that to say it.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
guys
Anything
for
else we
having
want
me
to
on.
cover? Or are we gonna wrap this thing up?
No, I think that's it.
All right. Make sure you get the QR code's right there. Scan that QR code. You'll get everything you need for the Clubhouse podcast, our website, our social media. Remember, the audio for this show is now also available on Apple Podcasts as well as Spotify and Amazon Music because we're fancy. You can follow me on all your social medias if you would like. Everything is Yes, That Rob Irvin. That is spelled ERVIN. My normal co-host for the show, Alex Barnhill. You can follow him at Vexploit, VEXPLOIT, on all of your social medias. And go to ProWrestlingTees.com/TheCheapPopcast for cool t-shirts.
Vexploit sounds like a Don Martin sound effect from Mad Magazine. Anyway,
It could be. You don't know.
My name is Mark Walters. You can find me at bigfanboy.com on all social media as @bigfanboy, with the one exception of Instagram because some chucklehead took Big Fanboy. So I'm bigfanboy.com on Instagram.
Spelled out.
Everywhere else, it's just @bigfanboy. Or you can also find me at dallascomicshow.com.
Dallas-Fort Worth's longest movie news and review site.
It feels like it.
So awesome.
That's what you told me. So that's what I'm going with.
No, I feel it. Believe me.
I first met Mark in 2001. At
Was it
Angelica.
really that long ago?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, 2001 in Angelica.
The year we made contact. That was the year we made contact.
No, that was 2000. Oh, yeah. Which you should have waited 9 years.
Angelica. Yeah, that's how long I've known you.
Yes, I've known Kelly for a
Kelly,
long time.
do the
She's
plugs.
wonderful.
Yes. Okay. The best way to find me is actually on Linktree. So it's linktr.ee/Kelly Kitchens PR. And I have all of my lists there.
And that's where the QR code goes to.
And might I say to any aspiring filmmakers out there or people that were even on the show tonight, if you're looking for someone to do your PR, right here, Kelly Kitchens is the one you want to talk to.
Yep. Don, go.
And at Twitter, I'm at Boo. IGBN, And if you want this man at your place, like right now, email me, Don at theclubhousepodcast.com.
We do love doing live remote shows, hanging out with the Empire. You never know when the next one's going to be. I know we got one coming up in 3 weeks, but there might be another one. You don't know. I don't know. You can email me questions, comments, concerns. Tell me to go pound sand. I am Rob at theclubhousepodcast.com. Charlotte Marshall is on Pinterest because we are morally obligated to say that. Our normal show, Thursday nights at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, is your one-stop shop for all things sports, entertainment, pop culture, and pro wrestling. So until next time, for all of our guests for tonight, for Mark, for Kelly, for Don, for Alex, for the Empire, I'm Rob. Clubhouse is closed. Brittany Palmer was actually watching the UFC pay-per-view, just hanging out being a spectator. It's kind of dope. And I got to get the bumper, and it goes something like this.